Wiley will kick off for Akron in the all-whites. White tops, white pants, navy blue numerals on the front and the back. That navy blue Akron A on either side of the helmet. Kenneth Williams is back deep, just like he was last week in the opener. Also, Caleb Benning is standing as the up man around the 7-yard line. This kickoff will come from left to right, just under 70 degrees inside the Greg Sharp radio booth. We get set for a new home season of Husker football. Owen Wiley is ready. 6-yard run up. Off we go. Here to start a new home season. End over end kick. Corralled at the 1 by Kenneth Williams. At the 5, sprints to the 10, runs to the 15, 20. And he gets pummeled down on the right numbers at the 23-yard line. A run back of about 22 yards. So now bring in Dylan Raiola and the Nebraska offense here for the first time. You saw 33 completions last week, Damon. Near a 79% completion percentage.
Yeah, had the early options to play catch. We talked about it on the second drive with what Cincy would be willing to give him. And we get the deuce with Ja'Cory Barney, Nebraska starting in that familiar 10 personnel.
Ball at the 22, right hash, Nebraska right to left. Johnson saddle right of Raiola, 1 wide each way. Make it 2 wide left, 1 to the right. Now Barney comes in motion, settles left. Snap to Raiola, lofts one left flat. And a one-handed catch over the shoulder at the 30 by Isaiah Hunter. They'll say he stepped out right at the 30-yard line. And that'll be a gain of about 7.
Yeah, right away we see Nebraska wanting to go with some pace, too.
Quickly get to the ball. Last week, put up 20 points. Did not have a 3-and-out last week. Ball at the 30, left hash, right to left. Shotgun snap to Raiola, hands it off to Johnson, moves right over the guard and punishes the defender with a flag down at the 35. He gets swung down by Gage Summers, the middle linebacker. We'll check the flag on the field right now in Nebraska first down.
Holding. Offense number 59. 10-yard penalty.
Henry Lutowski on the holding, so back it up.
Play was a little disjointed with the timing, right? You see the awkward snap and the little early movement. Nebraska really wanting to play with some pace if they can.
So puts the football back to the 22. Be a 2nd down and 11. 1 wide each way. Key is the far side right receiver. Hunter wide left. Single back is Emmett Johnson. The 22 of the Huskers, Raiola under center. Justin Evans getting set to snap. Snap, turn right, handoff. Johnson patiently probes right, tries to weave through defenders, awkwardly twisted down over right tackle, trying to get back to the original line of scrimmage, got about a half yard. Kaiwan Murphy made the tackle. It'll be a 3rd down and 10 at the 22 and a half. 3rd down and 10. Snap to Raiola, off play action, 4 in the pattern. Lofts one over the middle. He's got his man. Luke Lindenmeyer makes the catch up the seam across the 40 to the 44-yard line. A gain of 22.
Yeah, really like it against a 3-high look. You hit him with verticals. You put the safeties in a bind. And there's old reliable L squared, making his presence felt early, picking up where he left off in Kansas City.
Justin Anderson with the hit. 90 seconds in and a scoreless first quarter. Ball at the Husker 45. 3 wide, slot left. Raiola takes a snap, back and 1. Looks left, surveys, dumps it underneath right. Caught in the flat. Dean Key makes a chest-high catch at midfield for a minimal gain of about 5 yards. Be a 2nd down and 5.
A little 3 look from Akron, trying to keep everything in front. Patience will be a virtue.
Brought down by Bruno Dole. Tempo at midfield. Snap to Raiola on 2nd and 5. Hands off in the zone read towards Emmett Johnson. Powers his way over right tackle to the 47. Give him a gain of about 3. Presents a 3rd and short, about a 3rd and 2. Tackled by Cyrus Durham, transfer from Arizona. And there's an injured zip on the field. That is Bruno Dole, the redshirt sophomore defensive end.
Timeout on the field.
Brings us to an injury timeout. With that, Nebraska football is brought to you by Hy-Vee, proud to sponsor the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Scoreless game, 12:39 in the first. That score update brought to you by Noddle Companies, creating thriving communities across Nebraska. With that, let's go down to the field. Jessica for Rob Seco's sideline report.
Well, guys, I mentioned that when Coach Rule came out, he had a special guest walking out with beside him. It was Mac Markway. And once he got over to the sideline, really broke down, just emotional. I think his first time really taking it in and realizing that he's missing out. Janiron Bonner also down here as well. So good to see him out here. But it's tough for those guys that just want to be out here so bad. But unfortunately just not in the cards this year.
You can imagine, Damon, the emotion, the amount of sacrifice you put in to be able to play at this level and to have it stripped away is not easy.
Yeah, each in particular, Markway, who's had quite the journey arriving in Lincoln, a lot of expectations, and just that knee just wouldn't cooperate. The second time with the same knee, and then Bonner, we saw the awkward tackle a week ago.
Ball at the Akron 47, right to left in a scoreless game. Raiola under center, single back is Johnson. Takes a snap, turn right, hand off, Johnson up the middle, burst to the second level. There he goes, 35-30, near left numbers 20, 15, 10, 5. He's in, touchdown, Huskers, 47 yards.
You see the game within the game. They go deep set, downhill run game, 3D style. 2 + 1, that's 3. It's in your kitchen. Give me all 6 of them.
And he was really grinded out last week, Damon. Those 108 yards, those 25 carries, had to fight for everything last week. And it's good to see that explosive play, exactly what Nebraska fans have been looking for. Kyle Cunanan here for the extra point. Snap back, hold is down, and the kick is up. And the kick is good. Hey, Husker fans, some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Visit allstate.com or call a local agent for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. 7 plays, 77 yards, 2 minutes, 39 seconds. That is your Sapp Brothers drive summary. Back inside Memorial Stadium, 7-0 Huskers lead. 12-17 of the first, 47-yard touchdown run from Emmett Johnson. Kyle Cunanan pinwheels this kick from right to left, returnable from the 1-yard line. Out across the 10, 15 at the 20, and out to the 23-yard line. There on the return, that was Brandon Hills, the wide receiver, not a kick returner on the 2 deep. Let's get a little early surprise, why not? Approaching 3 minutes into the first. Well, there's your explosive play, Damon. Right out of the gate, fireworks blaring through Lincoln on that Emmett Johnson run.
Yeah, one of the things we wanted, too, just downhill run game. Good lead blocking and the heck of a kick out by Harburg.
Ball at the 23-yard line, right hash. 3 receivers wide side left. Finley out of the gun. The wall of sound from this sea of red. Sean Patrick single back right. Shotgun snap Finley. Patrick gets the handoff and he's smothered. Keona Davis amongst others there. Maybe a gain of a yard at the 4-yard line, or 24-yard line will be a 2nd and 9. Sean Patrick last week was shaken up. Just 5 carries for 26 yards. Did not have a whole lot on the ground a week ago. Under 90 yards against Wyoming. 2nd and 9. Zip 24. Ball near right hash. 2 wide left. Single man right. Finley walks up to the line. Sends another man to his right hip. Split backs in the backfield. Takes a snap. Off a play fake. Slings it wide right. Caught outside the numbers. That's Marquise Williams out across the 40. And he's swung down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 19 yards. Deshaun McCullough on the tackle.
Just a little too much cushion right there. Just running a little hitch route. And you got to come and rally and make a tackle.
Little tempo here from Akron. 7-0 Huskers, 11-10 of the first. Ball right hash to the 42 of Akron. Trips to the wide side left and a solo man right. Finley walks up to the line as to communicate to every offensive lineman. The well-traveled quarterback in the all-white uniform is Patrick right hip. Takes a snap on 1st and 10. RPO handoff. Patrick scoots out left to the numbers, and he's torn down. Deshaun Singleton rides him down after a gain of a yard at the 44 of Akron.
Yeah, really good running and hunting for Nebraska. 4-on-3 out there, just leveraging the ball. And a nice open field tackle from 8-ball.
Gain of a yard, 2nd and 9 at the Akron 44. We saw Deshaun get off to a really fast start in the opening drive last week against Cincinnati. 4 wide, 3 receivers, bottom side right. Connor Crayback, the tight end, settles as a wing left. Finley shotgun set, Patrick right hip. Takes a snap, holds it out, handoff Patrick. Hammers over left guard, and he's met by a sea of red. Marquess Watson Trent amongst others there for the tackle at the 49. Presents a 3rd and 4, gain of 5.
Yes, key chance right here for Nebraska to get off the field here on 3rd down. Got a chance to get the package in you want.
Last week, Cincy just 3 of 10 on third down. 7-0 Huskers lead. Early stages in the first. Ball at the 49. And whistle stop play timeout. Joe Moorhead's going to want to talk it over.
Akron, their first of the half.
3rd down and 4 here for Akron, just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Michael Johnson Jr., the Wildcat quarterback, is in as the quarterback. He'll take this snap. 4 wide, trips bottom side right. The running back is Sean Patrick. Akron needs the 47 of Nebraska. Michael Johnson Jr., the Swiss Army knife, takes the shotgun snap, drops in one, tucks and runs up the middle. He's wrapped up and swung down at midfield. Nowhere to go. Deshaun McCullough swung him down. Another stop on this drive for the big-time jack position player.
Yeah, I'm impressed. He's got the wiry frame. He committed to the nutrition program and the weight room and has become just a good three-dimensional player. He can cover. We know he can rush the passer, and he's been outstanding up to this point against the run.
Joseph Castle to punt from midfield. He had a 68-yard boot last week. Ja'Cory Barney is back at the 10 to our right. Snap back to Castle, one step forward, low lining punt. That's caught at the 10, far right hash. Barney at the 15, 20 along the numbers, 25, cuts left to the 32. And essentially his own man, Jameer Khan, just sort of helped usher him to the turf after he was brought down by Ronald Hull on special teams out to the 32-yard line. A 40-yard punt and a 22-yard return. The Huskers lead 7-0, 8:46 in the first. And DB, we see DR in this offense for a second time.
Yeah, he was 3 of 3 the first time out, and the ground game got going on what inevitably ended up being an 87-yard drive with the 10-yard penalty. And we'll see what they can do right now, starting from the 33-yard line. That's pretty favorable field position.
Huskers right to left from the 33, up a touchdown. 8:46 in the first. Raiola operates from under center. Johnson the single back, 2 receivers left, Key in the slot left. Takes a snap, turn right, off play action, deep drop Raiola. Looks over the middle of the field, has all day to throw. Tucks and runs to his right, angles to the sideline, and Shaman Cooper runs him out of bounds after maybe a scamper of a half yard for Dylan Raiola.
Yeah, heavy run action, just a 2-man pattern. Akron had that played well. Nebraska looking to take an early shot.
And all day to throw back there. 2nd down, and they'll call it 10 from the Husker 33. Snap from under center, Raiola. Off play action, boots right, flips it right, caught by Hunter at the 45 to midfield. Right sideline 45, slips through to the 30 and run out of bounds. Deep into Akron territory near the 30-yard line. A catch and run for an Isaiah Hunter to the 31.
Yeah, Dana Holgerson won, Akron defense none. Similar concept. Instead of running the corner, he runs the drag. He's wide open. And as you know, being a spectator of practice, we saw Hunter running after the catch quite a bit. He is hard to get to the ground. You better make your mind up as a defense.
Gain of 36. Huskers a 7-0 lead. Ball from the 31 right hash. 3 wide, slot left. Raiola leans on that right foot. Motions Johnson wide left, takes the thigh-high snap. 6-man rush, hips an outcut right. A one-handed catch. Lindenmeyer, Velcro hands, made the grab, shoved out of bounds at the 19-yard line by Shaman Cooper.
He's in his bag right now, Coach Holgerson. The little delay, the out route. It's a similar concept off their run action. It's predicated on confusion. You better know what you're doing defensively.
Ball to 19 right hash. Huskers up a touchdown. Tempo, snap to Raiola. Handoff Johnson up the middle. And he navigates to the 15-yard line. Swarmed there for a gain of 4 yards. Bruno Dole, the redshirt sophomore DM with the tackle.
Talked about playing with some rhythm and pace early. You think this counts?
Yeah, I'd say so. 2nd and 6, Akron 15. 3 receivers right, snap to Raiola. Quick hitch to the far right side. Barney makes the catch. Jitterbugs left outside the numbers, inside the 10, and brought down past the line to gain at the 8-yard line. Will be a Medica first down. Count on Medica to protect your team with affordable group health plans, flexible benefits, and close-to-home care they want. Husker Nation, you're not just covered, you're cared for. Learn more and get a quote at medica.com.
Nebraska's 2025 version of the option. A little speed out from Barney. You hold the flat defender with the run action. This is awful creative early.
Ball at the 8, gain of 7 on that play. Huskers a 7-0 lead in the first. Under center, Iola takes a snap. Turn left, handoff Johnson. Bounces right as a hole at the 5. Accelerates, bounces, and lunges to the 1. Lost the football. The ball is free. Beanbags on the turf, and Akron comes up with it at the 2-yard line. Cyrus Durham was the man who created the impact. And that loose ball, Akron picks it up at the 2-yard line. It was Durham who picked it up. And Anderson was the one who had the hit initially that jarred it free.
Well, you get the nifty footwork from EJ. You think he smells pay dirt. Little off balance and the helmet on the ball. Goes boom.
We have a timeout on the field. 6:09 to go. Opening quarter, Nebraska 7, Akron nothing. This is Big Red Football. Kyle Crooks, Damon Benning, Jessica Cootie down on the sidelines. A costly turnover for Emmett Johnson at the 2. Sets up the Akron Zips just inside the 2-yard line, left to right. Deep in their own territory. Jordan Gantz, the running back for the first time. As Ben Finley, the 6-year quarterback, has 3 wide, slot to the right, takes a shotgun snap, design quarterback run, gets pinball back near the goal line, being shoved near the red paint. Do they say he got out? He did to the half-yard line. Cam Lenhart made the impact.
Well, how about Nebraska running a game stunt from the 1 with Van Poppel? They're going to put these guys on the move.
And he just got out of the end zone, DB. Hit from Lenhart. So put the ball just inside the 1-yard line, splits the hash marks. Finley with a back to his right hip. That's Jordan Gant. Has 3 wide, 2 receivers left, and whistle stop play. I believe this is a Nebraska timeout. And it is. Matt Rule standing inside the 20-yard line.
Might have been a personnel thing. Don't make any mistakes down here. You got a chance to make something big happen. Get it right.
This game brought to you in part by your Midwest Ford dealers. Visit buyfordnow.com for all your truck, SUV, and electric vehicle needs. Our score, 5:28 to go in the first. Nebraska 7 and Akron nothing. Ball inside just the 1-yard line right now. That score update was brought to you by Noddle Companies, creating thriving communities across Nebraska. This is a moment here as they're going to take a look at this. Official review on the field, David.
Yeah, I think it's the spot. Now, it's close. I don't know if there's enough. But you get the good push. He cuts back inside pass.
I think he got out enough.
Yeah, maybe about the 3/4 yard line. Not quite the 1.
And then he got popped backward, but still wasn't trying to move forward. So that forward progress probably should have him out near the 1-yard line. So Hogemeyer official review. The right seed right here with local service and world-class corn and soybean products backed by Corteva Agriscience. Learn more at therightseed.com.
I do like the fact they took a look at it.
It looked close at first glance. How about the power and impact from Cam Lenhart on that initial hit?
Yeah, he came free with Van Poppel running the stun. And Dawson Merritt, just a pup, getting his nose dirty early.
Just about every black shirt in on that stop. You mentioned Dawson Merritt in there. Riley Van Poppel. You saw McCullough's had a busy start.
You don't see a lot of line stunts this close to the goal line because you don't want to give up a quick crease play, but Nebraska's going to do what they do.
5:28 in the first. Nebraska's 7-0 lead. We're in an official review to Matt Rule and Nebraska official review to see whether Ben Finley did indeed get out of his own end zone for a possible safety. Momentum had him just inside the 1. I think that's where it's going to stay. While we have a moment, want to remind you nothing goes better with Husker sports than Fairbury. Fairbury premium quality hot dogs deliver the home game experience to your family and friends. Fairbury, the official hot dog of Husker Nation. Chris Coit is our white hat tonight, lead official. He's looking at that little small tablet down on the field.
Just kind of getting a good spot for it.
After review, the runner's forward progress was declared ended at the 1-yard line, where it'll be Akron's ball, second down. Nebraska is charged its first time out and may not challenge for the remainder of the game.
It's worth the look, though, if you're Coach Rule.
Yeah, I would agree. No harm, no foul.
So the ball is inside the 1. Still in danger for Ben Finley in Akron. Jordan Gant is the running back left. The tight end flexed off the line right. 3 wide, slot left. Snap to Finley. Hand off. Gant bounces off the initial wave, and he gets swung down by Cade Petchock at the 3-yard line. So give him about 2.5, some breathing room, a 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, they talked all week about the youngster getting a little burn, and listen, Nebraska's they're gonna figure out how they can play the way that they want to play defensively, and they'll take a look at some bodies along that D line. And welcome to college football, Mr. Petchock.
6'5", 265. One of the top players in the state of Nebraska. 3rd down and 9 at the 3-yard line. Akron in the shadows of their own goal line. Full house pistol. Finley claps for the snap, takes, hand off, and that's a safety. Jordan Gant is swung down by Cade Petchock. Indeed, welcome to college football, young man. Gets the safety, 9-0 Huskers.
Picking right up where he left off with fall camp, KC. Active, angry, and awful bright for just a puck.
Oh, he went in untouched, 3 yards in the end zone to make that hit.
I tell you, Jess and I had the recruiting special, and we watched his tape together. I looked at her, and she looked at me, and he's got a high motor, and he plays extremely hard.
Cade Petchock with the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association hit of the game. Wow, that was quite a hit by Cade Petchock. He's going to need a chiropractor. That's Jordan Gant, who could not get it out of his own end zone. So you had the review. That didn't work out. But then a couple plays later, you get the safety, and you're up 9-0.
Yeah, we just delayed the inevitable, right? That's kind of the way we want to look at it.
Some confetti just wafting here on this cool, crisp September night. In front of a sellout crowd. Now 9-0 Huskers with 4:40 left in the first, and will get the football. This free kick after the safety back at the 20-yard line. This will come on the tee from Owen Wiley. And Kenneth Williams all the way up to the 15.
Yeah, they had a crease last time. Kenneth's got to do a better job of following his blockers. They had something cooking the first time.
5-yard run up high, end over end kick to the far right numbers at the 17. That's caught by Williams at the 25, at the 30. Got tripped up. Oh, he had a lane. Goes head over heels at the 36-yard line. If he breaks that ankle tackle, he's still going, DB.
I'm telling you, they got something going. Now, it's just not a unit that you want on the field for Akron, because that means they're kicking off. But if it's after a safety, you kick your brains out.
Raiola, meanwhile, has 17 consecutive completions, a new school record. 11 tonight, and completed his final 6 passes against Cincinnati. Meanwhile,
look who checks into the game.
Yeah, Mekhi Nelson. This is DB's pick to click.
Hold your breath here.
Ball at the 36 of the Huskers, right to left, leading 9-0, 4:41 of the first. Dane Key, the motion man, right to left. Off play action, deep straight drop. Raiola steps into it, wings one over the middle, caught left hash. That's Hunter Engels left outside the numbers and tumbled down at the 38-yard line. Another big gain to Isaiah Hunter. He's become the big play guy.
Yeah, a lot of over routes right now. You get the good run action. You can run him across the field right to left. POT. Otherwise known as plenty of time for the big fella in the pocket.
26 yards on that connection to Hunter. Meanwhile, Turner Corcoran is in at left tackle. We see that rotation once again from the Akron 38 right to left, up 9-0 of the Huskers. Raiola under center, Nelson the single back, 3 wide, 2 out to the far right. Snap to Raiola, turn left, hand off Nelson. Angles left, bounces off 1, backpedals inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Melvin Spriggs, the redshirt sophomore linebacker, makes the tackle after a gain of 4.
I kind of like Spriggs on tape. He's active, and he's always around the football. One of the leaders on this zip defense.
Little tempo once again, 2nd and 6, Akron 34. 3 wide, 2 to the right, ball left hash. Low snap to Raiola, off play action, drops the throw, zips one over the middle, caught by a crossing Barney inside the numbers, and then dragged down at the 16-yard line. Little right to left cross, caught it on his back shoulder and peeled down for a Medica first down.
Yeah, another little mini over route from Barney, and Raiola delivering it on time.
Alex Branch with a tackle. Tempo from the 16. Snap to Raiola, handoff Nelson up the middle, hammers down to the 10 outside the hash. Brought down in a crowd. Nice gash on first down to the 10.
Didn't give you a lot of wiggle there, did he? I mean, he is chomping at the bit. Had a chance to talk to him in pregame. He's waited for this opportunity.
You can see how fast this offense is moving, how efficient it's been here in the early going, up 9-0. 2:40 rolling first quarter clock. 2nd and 4 at the 10 left hash. 2 wide receivers right. Quentin Ives now in the game as the running back. 2 tight ends left side of the line. First rep for Ives. Snap to Raiola. Backpedals in 3. Swings it left over the shoulder. Catch one-handed by Quentin Ives. Boy, he went up with that left gloved hand to make the catch and then pummeled down at the 2. 1st and goal, tackle by Melvin Spriggs.
Yeah, anything you can do, I can do better, as he kind of nods to Hunter and Lindemeyer.
1st and goal at the 2 after a Medica first down. Ives is the single back right. Remember, Ives had a touchdown in the bowl game against Boston College. So you get the call here. Barney in the slot right, Hunter wide right. Huskers up 9-0. Snap to Raiola, turn right, play fake. Lobs one, back right of the end zone, off the hands of Ja'Cory Barney. Tried to make an over-the-shoulder catch on an outcut. Incomplete, off his fingertips. Elijah Reed on the far side coverage.
Yeah, they get the natural rub. That should be a little easier pitch and catch. Barney would want that one back.
Ja'Cory Barney looking for his first career receiving touchdown, as 3 on the ground. Meanwhile, some subs come out.
Youngsters playing at home, you always want to catch it above your eyes. You turn his hands the other way. Just thumbs in, get it above your eyes.
2nd and goal from the 3 left hash, and timeout. Akron was all sorts of mixed up. They had players running in as Raiola was getting set to take the snap. 9-0 Huskers, minute 47 of the first, and a Zips timeout. Life doesn't come with guarantees, but working with Rob Seco comes pretty close. From full seed trait platforms to seed-driven crop inputs and field-by-field planning. With Rob Seco, you have precisely what you need to improve plant performance and increase yield. Every farm, every crop, every acre. Learn more at robseco.com. I'll give you the play sheet here, DB. 2nd and goal from the 3. What's your call?
If you're not going to go 2 back, I definitely want running back lined up behind the quarterback. Give him a 2-way go. If you're going to stand a 1 back, just run lead. Just get a body on a body and see if you can't move those guys up front.
We saw Emmett Johnson run out late on that last play. There was mass confusion on both sides. There was subs running in and out late.
You're not going to have 856 yards for the game, but 214 right now for Nebraska. All 3 drives have more than 60 yards per. Remember
that last drive fumbled down on the 2. It's a 2nd and goal from the 3, attacking the end zone to our left. Left hash, Raiola under center.
Got the set I want.
Ives is the single back. Tight end left, key in motion left to right. Snap, spin, handoff, Ives. He's powered down at the 2. Big hit from Melvin Spriggs. Also, Javon Frazier double teams on that hit for no gain. 3rd and goal from the 3.
Stay play side. Slice that back to your right. You walk in. Spriggs is active, though, isn't he, for Akron?
Luke Lindemeyer was trying to lead on that block for Ives. Just couldn't spring free. Inside the 3. A T formation, Raiola under center, hands to the first man through. That's Ives, leaps over the top to the 1-yard line, a half-yard shy. I don't think there's any decision here as we approach the final minute of the first. 4th and goal from the half-inch line.
They've got 2 more bodies than you have blockers, but this is just about movement here.
Under center's Harburg. Takes the snap. Quarterback sneak over the center. Does he have it? He got stood up. He's short. So it was a full house backfield where Raiola was the tip of the triangle. Harburg just took the snap from under center, and he was denied in a gaggle of white jerseys. And the Huskers are turned away again inside the 5-yard line. Just could not get anything forward and nowhere to go.
Low man wins, and all the zips were low. I didn't love the play call, but you got to be able to move them, those 10, 11 inches.
Well, now do you have another safety in your back pocket here? You might just play 2 points at a time here.
I'd say they're going to play downhill.
49 seconds in the first, 9-0 Nebraska. Whatever task you're taking on in your outdoor space, all you need is Steel battery. Mow it, trim it, clean it, clear it. From start to finish, do it all with Steel battery. Find your local dealer at steeldealers.com. Once again, Akron is deep in the shadows of their own goal line.
I just don't see how you're comfortable getting in the shotgun here.
Finley out of the gun, has Gant to his right, Patrick to his left. The ball is right on the right hash at the Akron 1. 2 receivers on the numbers left. 3 down lineman, 4 hover. Snap to Finley. Handoff. Here's Patrick over left guard, and he's sledgehammered backward close to another safety. But not quite. Javen Wright also looked like Keona Davis was there. Also, Gabe Moore is out on the field here for the Huskers on the defensive line. Take a look at the replay. It was actually Gabe Moore who made that first hit near the goal line.
I tell you, Nebraska going to the substitution pattern early along the D-line. They're going to find what they want.
2nd and 10 from the 1 of Akron. 3 wide, 2 receivers left. Again out of the gun, 5 yards deep in the scarlet end zone is Finley. Gant to his right. Finley claps for it. Takes it chest high. Handoff Gant. Runs left. Weaves back right. Rex Guthrie makes the hit at the 2-yard line between the hash marks. Boy, they had him dead to rights. Running to his left. Cut back right. Got some breathing room out to the 3 for a gain of 2 yards.
Yeah, McGahee knifes in. Comes in clean. You'd want that one back.
Elijah Judy also there on the stop. So it'll be a 3rd down and 8 for Akron at their own 3-yard line. 9-0 Huskers after the end of the first quarter. That's where we sit.
I've definitely left a few points out there today.
Turned away at the 1-yard line. Fumbled inside the 2. But Akron is pinned deep. 3rd and long at just shy of their own 3-yard line. They need the 11. Finley shotgun set. Jordan Gant single back right. 3 wide, 2 out to the left. Claps for the snap. Off play action. Drops in 3 steps. Has good time. Flips one over the middle. Broken up. Deshaun Singleton knocked it out of the arms of Kyan Mason at the 20 on a left to right route. Nice play. And that'll be a punt. All day to throw for Finley in the end zone. Almost had the hookup with Kyan Mason, the redshirt freshman, who only played 4 games last week. And again, Akron will have to punt. Deshaun Singleton getting in there to break that up at the 20-yard line. So Joseph Castle had a 68-yard punt last week. He's about as deep as you can get in your own end zone. Snap back to him, 1 step forward, an end-over-end punt back deep is Barney at the 40 between the hash marks of the Husker 35 and the 30. Just to the 25, tripped up along the hash marks to the 21-yard line. Elijah Reed on the tackle, 37-yard punt, 19 yards on the return. You don't get much better field position than this for the Scarlet and the Cream.
It feels like the field has been tilted towards the direction Nebraska's driving the football. Needs to yield a few more points here. Prime opportunity with some prime real estate.
Now wearing number 89, 69, wearing 89.
Turner Corcoran is wearing an eligible number. He's wearing 89 now. Gunnar Katula is at left tackle. Out of the gun, Raiola single back right is Johnson. 2 wide left, 1 to the right is Dane Key. Motion Johnson wide left. Knee-high snap to Raiola. Zips one over the middle on a slant. Incomplete. Congested area at the 10 on a slant for Dane Key. Bruno Dole got his hand on it to knock that one down to the turf. Incomplete.
Nebraska going big here as Corcoran reports. Wearing that said 89.
Yeah, he comes in now, be to the left of Gatula, so an extra offensive lineman comes in. Lindemeyer also on that strong side left. 9-0 Huskers, 17 seconds into the second. Ball on the zip 21, 2nd and 10. Dane Key motions right to left. The single back is Emmett Johnson. Raiola takes the snap. Spin, handoff Johnson. Angles left, has room. Tries to cut between the hash marks and can't cut it upfield. Brought down at the 17-yard line. DeMarco Johnson made the hit, the 6-year safety, after a gain of about 4 yards.
Yeah, that one's tough, letting DBs get to your legs in the open field. Can't make a habit of cutting across defenders' faces. That's one EJ will want back.
3rd down and 6 now at the 17 of Akron. Corey Barney's wide left, Hunter in the slot left. Keys wide right with Raiola out of the gun. Johnson saddled left. Johnson motions left. Raiola takes the low snap. Blitz comes, it's picked up. Fade route near right side of the end zone. Overthrows Dane Key. Elijah Reed step for step with the Kentucky transfer 5 yards deep in the end zone. Crest down incomplete. And the Huskers will settle for 3.
Yeah, just to have the opportunity at 12 at this juncture in the game just doesn't seem quite right with how the offense has moved the ball everywhere up until about the 5-yard line.
Well, a 35-yard attempt here for Kyle Kunanen, who was 2 of 2 last week, including a career best of 52. Not a whole lot of wind tonight. Kick coming from left to right. Snap from Camden Cook. Kevin Gallick. Snap back, hold is down. The right-footed end-over-end kick is up and true. Make it 3 for 3 on the year for Kyle Kunanen as the fireworks blast off to our left in the north end of the stadium. And with that, the Huskers now lead 12-0 with 13:56 to go here in the opening half. Just past a minute gone here in the second quarter. 12-0 Huskers as they settle for 3. Kyle Kunanen will kick this one away. Brandon Hills is back deep. High pinwheeling kick at the goal line over the head of Brandon Hills for a touchback. That score update brought to you by Noddle Companies, creating thriving communities across Nebraska. Now we send it down to the field. Here's Jess with the Rob Seco sideline report.
Well, guys, loving what I'm seeing down here by the black shirts. Their demeanor down here, they're confident, they're fired up, and no matter what's happening with the offense, you can tell they are ready to get back out there. Rob Dvorak just telling his guys, let's go take one away right here.
See some of the young guys out there. We said Dawson Merritt's name a couple times. Cade Petchock had this tackle for the safety. He's out there to start this drive. Zips will have it at their own 25 in the all-white uniforms. Right to left, down 12-0, 13:56 until halftime. Home opener for Memorial Stadium. 4 wide, 2 each side. Jordan Gant, the running back, to the left of Finley. Orbit motion right to left. Off play action. Finley drops in 1. Spirals one right. Two-handed catch made. Along the boundary, Marcel Williams makes the catch of the 34 for a gain of about 9 yards. Rex Guthrie ushers him to the boundary. Marcel Williams, his second catch. Had a catch on Akron's opening drive. 2nd down and 1 now from the 34. Both teams going with a little bit of tempo here in the first half. 4 wide, trips bottom side left. Huskers crowd the line of scrimmage. Finley collects the wide snap. That play got blown up. Sean Patrick got the errant handoff off the errant snap, and then he got pummeled back at the 31-yard line for a loss.
Is that Beckshaw again?
He was in there amongst others. Deshaun McCullough also in on that fray. Presents now a 3rd and 4 at the Zip 31. The operation was ugly from the start on the snap from Colin Lyons, the center captain. Slot each way, ball right hash, Akron 31, down 12 Zip. Sean Patrick, left hip of Finley, takes the snap, 4-man twisting rush, tunnel screen right, nowhere to go. Miles Walker brought down at the 28-yard line on the numbers. Rex Guthrie comes in for the tackle for loss, and Akron will punt.
Yeah, you feel like Akron's kind of playing with 9 lives here. They look up and it's still only a 2-score game, and if you're Nebraska, you're saying how?
Some of those unfinished drives, 2 of them for the Huskers inside the 5-yard line tonight. Ja'Cory Barney back deep inside the Husker 35.
Zips flirted with danger the last time on their punt coverage. Be careful here.
This is Braden Johnson. Both punters saw some work last week. He'll let it fly. An end-over-end punt, low lining at the 35 left hash. Here's Barney. Can't break the ankle tackle out across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Alex Branch made the tackle in open field. A 37-yard punt, just 1 on the return for Ja'Cory Barney. We should have a Ben McLaughlin statue for the amount of work he puts in keeping me in order up here.
I'll tell you what, as fast as he can write, it's unbelievable.
He's the man. 12-0 Huskers, 12:01 of the first. Ball right hash from the 41 of Nebraska. Shotgun snap to Raiola. Handoff. Here's Johnson. Angles right. And he cyclones back left on that red block end. Made a nice spin move out across the 45 to the 46. DeMarco Johnson makes another stop out of the secondary. A gain of 6 yards on first down. Meanwhile, Mekhi Nelson comes in. They'll say a gain of 5 officially. So another run here for Mekhi Nelson. Have not seen a lot of Isaiah Mosey quite yet. We've seen some Quentin Ives. Also, Mosey is on the field. He's split backs to the right of Raiola. So you have the 2 freshman running backs on the field. Posey motions to the far left to a 3-receiver side. Shotgun snap to Raiola, loads a screen right, caught by Nelson at the 45. He's wrapped up by Shamon Cooper and tries to fight off tacklers outside the numbers to the 48-yard line. A gain of 2 presents a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, I'm kind of watching this from up here. It's kind of must make, right? You want to start feeling good again about your offensive rhythm.
3rd and 3 at the Husker 48. Shotgun snap to Raiola. Crumbling pocket, tucks and runs, angles right, takes a hit across midfield, but spears forward for a first down. Gets it by about a yard to the Akron 47-yard line. Justin Anderson, that lunging hit on the hip of Raiola, but moved the sticks for a Medica first down.
Yeah, new personnel package here. Looking at 10. Nebraska may take a shot here. It's got to be outside the numbers. Not a lot over the middle of the field.
1st and 10. Akron 47. 2 wide left. Solo man right. Raiola out of the gun. Takes a snap with Johnson in at running back. Back in 2. Parachutes one right sideline. Incomplete. Dane Key got wrestled down to the ground at the 32-yard line. Hand fighting with Elijah Reed as that ball sailed well out of bounds. You can hear this crowd. They wanted a PI.
Yeah, you keep that in the field of play, you maybe can garner that call, but a lot of back and forth going on there.
Dane Key tonight, by the way, just 1 catch for 5 yards. Hunter leads the way, 3 for 69. 2nd and 10, Akron 47. Huskers lead 12-0, 10-21 until the break. Raiola under center. Tight end flexed off the line left is Lindenmeyer. As Key comes in motion right to left. Lone back is Johnson. Snap to Raiola. Hand off Johnson. Angles left to the 45. And spears forward inside the 40 to the 39. Justin Anderson and Malcolm DeWalt make the tackle. Nice gash for Johnson down to the 39. Makes it a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, same play they scored on. Just it's lead action. Just down kick.
And had an extra wide receiver on, or I should say offensive lineman Turner Corcoran wearing that 89 jersey. Meanwhile, Cortez Mills comes on the field. He's in the slot to the left, 2 tight ends right. 3rd and 2 from the zip 39. Left to right, Huskers move. Raiola under center. Sends Mills in motion left to right. Takes the snap off a spin. Handoff. Johnson has a lane. 30, 25, 20. Accelerates to the 10. Drags an offender inside the 5. Down to the 2. Malcolm DeWalt with a touchdown-saving tackle. A 37-yard romp. 1st and goal, Huskers. A Medica first down.
Yeah, if I'm Nebraska, I don't get too cute. I stay with similar formation. I'll bring in Corcoran to play that tight end. Cam Lenhart comes in. Maybe a 2-back set here, but stay with downhill run game.
3rd career 100-yard game for Emmett Johnson. 117 on the ground.
Good old-fashioned I formation.
Ball at the 3. I formation, handoff right. Here's Johnson. Hit at the knees and swung down as a shoe that flew out of the fray. Shamon Cooper with the tackle. Might have lost a yard. 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line now for the Huskers, up 12-0. Cam Lenhart comes out. Also, Turner Corcoran comes out. You have Barney and Heinrich Harburg who enter in. 2nd and goal from the 4. Late subs now run out for Akron. They have the chance to sub because Nebraska's sub. 2 receivers left. Hunter wide left. Barney slot left. 2 tight ends right. Raiola from the 4 takes the shotgun snap. Looks right. Swings it right. Wide open at the 5. EJ's in for his 2nd touchdown of the night. This one through the air. Little 4-yard swing route to the right side. And the Huskers tack on. They lead 18-0.
Yeah, they needed that one. Little eye candy with the shift. Confused Akron, Easy pitch and catch to EJ.
He was all alone. The swing route to the right. Shamon Cooper was late to cover. Made the face mask high catch of the 5. And then sprinting those final 5. Tucking that football up against that scarlet jersey. Kyle Kunanen for the point after. 18-0 now. Huskers finally cash in the red zone where that's been a struggle. Snap back, hold us down. And the kick is up and good. Hey, Husker fans, some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Visit allstate.com or call a local agent for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. 8 plays, 59 yards, 3 minutes and 44 seconds. That drive summary sponsored by Sapp Brothers. Power your operation with your partner in ag, Sapp Brothers. 8:17 left here in the first half. And a year that we honor the late, great Greg Sharp. Our score, 19-0 Nebraska. It's been the day of Emmett Johnson for a second straight week. 116 yards on the ground and had a receiving touchdown to that as well, third of his career.
Nebraska approaching 300 yards of total offense.
Kyle Cunanan ensuing kickoff left to right. Brandon Hill's back deep. Watched it land at his feet at the 1. Roll far side through the scarlet end zone. Touchback in Akron. Meanwhile, you talk about the success, DB, of Nebraska. 30 total yards of offense for the Zips here in the first half.
Yeah, they have just really struggled to block people up to this point.
Just nothing doing. 25 yards through the air, 5 on the ground.
And Nebraska's staying fresh, too, along the defensive line, just continuing to shuttle in bodies.
So for the Zips, this will be their 5th offensive drive. Punt, safety, punt, punt. That's no bueno. Ben Finley, the 6-year quarterback, formerly of Cal and NC State, starts at the Zip 25 right to left. 2 wide each way. Takes the shotgun snap, 4-man rush. Looks right, zips it right through the hands of Israel Polk. The former Pitt Panther at the 31. Little stop route went right through his gloved hands, incomplete. Also, tonight's attendance, 86,439. Results in the 404th consecutive sellout. An NCAA record.
This is a beautiful night, too, for football.
2nd and 10. Akron 25. 3 wide, 2 receivers, wide side right. Clap of the snap for Finley. Hand off. Here goes Sean Patrick to the second level across the 30 to the 35. Marquise Buford makes the hit at the 37-yard line. A gain of 12 on that delayed handoff.
Yeah, Nebraska got caught on a stunt. Little A-gap blitz from Javen Wright. Got exposed that interior run game.
That attendance was presented by NDOT. Arrive alive. Using your seatbelt saves lives and prevents injuries only if it is your property or properly worn. Make it click. This message from the NDOT Highway Safety Office. Ball at the 37, 1st and 10. Quick screen over the middle. That's caught by Miles Walker out across the 40. Legs his way to the 41-yard line. Keona Davis was there along with Marquez Watson Trent. As pretty sizable gain, about 4 or 5 on first down. Ball at the 40-yard line. We'll say officially his knee was down, just a gain of 3. Meanwhile, Elijah Judy comes out. Riley Van Poppel in at that nose. 19-0 Huskers. 7:15 to go on a churning second quarter clock from Memorial Stadium. 3 wide, 2 to the left. Patrick make it Finley out of the gun. Gant the single back left. Clap of the snap, takes it belt high. Off play action, drifts back to throw. Hit as he throws right, broken up. Miles Walker on a left to right cross. Had it broken up at the 49, but there's a flag down near the 37 in Husker territory.
Yeah, they might get Malcolm with the left hand. Had it around the waist. It's an awful far way to throw that flag, though.
Prior to the pass, holding. Defense number 1, 10-yard penalty.
Oh, that's Sierra.
Automatic first down.
That's Sierra Wright.
Right out of the break.
Far side corner. You can look at it. He had the jersey of Tim Greer Jr. right in front of the far side official. That puts the ball at midfield. Officially defensive holding, so they tack on 10 yards to midfield. 19-0 Huskers, 6:56 here in the second. Finley shotgun set, 3 wide, 2 to the left. Snap to Finley, handoff to Gant. Oh, he's throwing down ferociously. Willis McGahee with a thunderous hit back to the 47 of Akron.
Yeah, the difference between McGahee week 1 and McGahee week 2, reps with those top 2 units. Pressed into action a week ago, wasn't quite as prepared as I think they wanted him to be. But part of that is, hey, listen, you want to always be ready. This week, getting good quality reps he's answered the dinner bell.
Yeah, it was surprising on that opening depth chart. He was in that third slot at that jack position. That was a thunderous hit behind the line. 2nd and 13, Akron 47. 2 wide right, Tim Greer wide left, split backs with Finley out of the gun and a timeout. Nope, delay a game.
Well, they were frantically trying to call one, weren't they?
The delay of game, Akron's used his 3rd and final timeout of the half.
It was bang bang.
Yeah, they got it. Not by much. They got that timeout in their 3rd of the half.
Defense that kind of lacks a little bit of an interior run game kind of allows you to pin your ears back a little bit. And I think Nebraska's responded in terms of just triggering with what they see and trusting their eyes.
Elijah Judy is in, late sub out. Petschok, aforementioned, he jogs out. You have Judy along with Lenhart and Winery as that front 3. Willis McGahee playing that jack position. 2nd down and 13 after the 3rd and final timeout of the half for the Akron Zips at their own 47. Trailing 19-0. Finley shotgun set. 4 wide, 2 each side. Clap of the snap. Finley back to pass. Free rusher comes. Slings it left. Incomplete. Nobody home near the 49. Williams Winery was untouched. That's the last guy you want to see in your lap, and that was the case for Ben Finley.
Number 4 was in the area. It's 3rd down.
I watched him walk around this afternoon. I got here early, and he was just getting ready to get on the bus. He is a long, lean individual.
Played 38 snaps last week, tied for the most of any Husker defensive lineman. More subs come in. Keona Davis will take out Elijah Judy. More speed in that rush now. 3rd down and 13. Zip 47. Listen to this sea of red. Timeout. This one taken by Nebraska.
Timeout, Nebraska, their 2nd of the half. 30 seconds.
So Matt Rule takes a timeout here with 6:02 left for the half.
Yeah, I love the music. The scene set, you kind of got the landscape of Lincoln. It's a pretty place to be, man. No place I'd rather be.
Sun continuing to set, lights on, starting to take effect on this artificial surface inside Memorial Stadium. Well, after the Nebraska timeout, 3rd and 13, Akron 47. 3 wide right, solo man left. Miles Walker, a top target in the inner 3rd of that trips. Finley has Jordan Gant to his left. 3 down lineman. Finley, clap of the snap. 4-man rush. Steps up, eroding pocket. Rolls right, slings one up the right seam through the hands of Tim Greer. On a left to right pattern at the 30 went through his hands. Andrew Marshall was trailing in coverage. 4th down.
A really good job of flushing him. It's going to be a tough throw on the move.
Well, the numbers right now for Finley, 4 of 8, 28 yards.
Yeah, Akron has yet to convert a 3rd down.
0 of 5 in 3rd down opportunities. This is Joseph Castle. Seeing 2 punters tonight for Akron. 4th and 13 from their own 47. Ja'Cory Barney back deep. High spiraling punt. Angling back to his left as Barney lets it land at the 5. Takes a big Nebraska hop back across the 10. The far side official will mark that out of bounds right at the 11-yard line. And for Joseph Castle, it was the highlight of last week for Akron. 52-yard punt with no return and 5:46 left here in the opening half. And Nebraska up 19-0. I'd say you'd probably be in good spirits if you can get a long 90-ish yard drive here to end the half.
Wouldn't you love to just go to the half on offense after a score? Put something together here.
Ball at the 11. Huskers left to right. Raiola shotgun set. Emmett Johnson already over 100 yards on the ground. 2 wide each way. Raiola takes a snap, backpedals in 2. 4-man rush, flips it over the middle. That's caught by Isaiah Hunter. From left to right to the 20. Angles outside the numbers, chipped down at the 23-yard line. Alex Branch on the hit at the 24. Gain of 13. Medica 1st down.
Hunter just continuing to get to where he's going. Such a violent runner. He plays exactly how he practices, too. He lets you know how he feels.
That was Ami Branch on the stop on the perimeter. Ball out to the 24 with tempo. 19-0 Huskers. 5:14 in the second. Two wide right, one to the left. Johnson to the left of Raiola. Takes a snap, handoff Johnson over right guard. Slithers through, outside the hash across the 30. Twisted down at the 31-yard line. Jason Husker, the redshirt freshman linebacker, makes the tackle after a gain of about 8.
Yeah, it used to be my favorite play. Just old school counter. Tackle, guard, pull, lead through the hole. Just a narrow crease.
Left tackle right now is Turner Corcoran. You continue to see that switch. Ball at the 32, the Huskers. 2nd down and 1. Snap to Raiola, toss it on the jet sweep. Left to right, here's Barney. Turns the edge, 35-40. And tripped up on the numbers at the 41-yard line. Roderick Hunter made the tackle. Gain of about 8 yards on the jet sweep for Ja'Cory Barney.
Yeah, this is a really tough kid. You could just tell he's favoring that ankle a little bit. Not near as decisive a runner as we're accustomed to seeing as he tries to work his way through that ankle.
Got a block from EJ as well on that curling run. And Matt Rule talking about the energy that Barney had in practice this week. All at the 41, 1st and 10 after a Medica first. 4 minutes for the opening half. Handoff on 1st down. Johnson angles left, shakes the shoulders, navigates across midfield, right to the sticks of the 49. Malcolm DeWalt is there for the impact. Just enough for a Medica 1st down. Gain of 10 yards from EJ.
Yeah, that little lead is tough. You kick out with Harburg, and whenever Nebraska wants, you can show block, and Harburg will still be running on play action.
Empty shotgun set. Ball just across midfield at the Akron 49. Johnson motions into the backfield. 4 wide, trips left. 19-0 Huskers. Snap to Raiola. Quick hitch to the near right. Caught by Emmett Johnson. Gets tumbled down at the 46 by Shaman Cooper after a short gain of about 3 yards to the Akron 46-yard line. 134 yards on the ground. It's a new career high for Emmett Johnson. Previous 113 last year in that memorable win against Wisconsin. So far it's been a career night in the first half.
And about 25 minutes worth of work.
2nd and 7, Akron 46. Mekhi Nelson now the single back right. 3 wide, 2 receivers right. Harburg, the tight end, flexed off the line. Snap to Raiola, back to pass. Looks over the middle, throws it underneath. Caught by Harburg between the hash marks inside the 40. And brought down past the sticks for a Medica 1st down to the 37. Peeled down by the preseason All-MAC selection, Gage Summers. Here's Heinrich Harburg. Saw him get denied on a quarterback sneak from the 1-yard line. Makes his first catch of the night. 19-0 Huskers, 2:20. Clock rolls here in the 2nd. 37 of Akron. Snap from under center. Raiola off a play fake. Deep drop. Slings one over the middle. Caught and an end cut between the hash marks. 10-5. Touchdown Quinn Clark. Caught it over the middle. He took it to the house. Fireworks blare. All Huskers here in the first half.
Such a good athlete. Comes from good stock. His dad has got a couple of touchdowns on this football field. Boy, would he be proud from the heavens. He's got the best seat in the house.
His dad played running back here. Legacy of the Huskers' first career touchdown. Capping a 7-play drive.
Heck of a kid. Stayed with it. Was going to play early last year. Had several meals at the Benning household. He's a good one.
37 yards on the first career TD for Quinn Clark as Kyle Kunin boots it through the right-hand uprights, sending this sea of red into a frenzy. 37-yard score from Raiola to Quinn Clark. And our score, the Huskers out in front 26-0 with 2:08 to go in the first half. 7 plays, 89 yards, 3 minutes and 38 seconds. And quietly again, that completion percentage near 80% for DR, 15 of 19.
How about him between the hashes, right? Where he's got to keep you honest defensively. He's been operating at a high level of precision.
Ensuing kickoff from Kyle Kunin, 2 yards deep in the scarlet end zone far side. That'll bring out Akron, and this has been a muddy start for the Zips. 42 yards of total offense, and now down 26 points with 2:08 left for the first half.
And it's just interesting, too, right? I mean, people wanted to see DR cut it loose a little bit. He has definitely been sharp, razor sharp early on.
Quarterback for the Zips, Ben Finley, 4 of 8. Issue with him in his career has been his completion percentage. Last year, he's making his 18th career start tonight, just 55% completion percentage a year ago. 54% in his career. This is the second straight year he's the full-time starter for Akron. Snap from the 25. Finley throws right, broken up. Little slip screen, pumped to his right, then through right. Cameron Montero was the intended target as Javen Wright helped knock that ball down to the earth, 2nd and 10.
Now, right now, if you're Nebraska, Coach Rule, Coach Holgerson, you're getting that offense ready. You get the 2-minute, you have your timeouts, and you're at 2nd down. The math will math if you let it.
And an incompletion helps your cause north of the 2-minute warning here. 2-minute timeout. 2nd and 10. Nebraska has 1 timeout. Ball to 25. Clap of the snap for Finley. 4 in the pattern. Drops in 3. Zips one up the right seam. Broken up. Sierra Wright got his fingertips on it at the 42 of Akron. There were others hovering, including Malcolm Hartzog.
2-minute timeout.
Almost an interception intended for Miles Walker. That brings us to the 2-minute timeout presented by your local Nebraska Kubota dealers, proud sponsors of Husker football. What a scene. One of the best scenes in college football. A night game at Memorial Stadium. Stick around for the halftime show. Matt Coatney will have President Gold for his conversation. We'll hear from Matt Rule coming out of the locker room. 3rd down and 10, zip 35. 3 wide, slot to the right. Chest high snap, 5-man rush. Finley steps up, wings one right through the hands again. Cam Montero was covered by Sierra right at the 40. Would have been a 1st down. The incompletion stops the clock. Minute 53 and a timeout. The Huskers will get the ball back.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of bordering on an incredible right now. You know, Nebraska's given up all of 97 passing yards in 6 quarters.
69 total pass yards last week to Brendan Sorsby.
And 28 up to this point tonight for Finley.
Joseph Castle to punt this one away from the 25. Back deep is Barney, and looks like we have a false start. So back this up 5.
Offense number 12. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
That's Cam Montero on the outside, jumped. Now with a head start, you could get this ball if you're Barney around midfield. You get it and go.
Yeah, Nebraska may come after this one. No, they're not with the spread punt, but they're going to try to get to that rollout.
He got about 8 at the line of scrimmage. Castle heels at his own 5. Barney back deep. Helmet high snap. Castle step to his right. Oh, this is a terrible punt. Shank to the far right. He just whiffed on it and takes a bad hop. Ball's loose. Barney was thinking about picking that up at the 31 in Akron territory. Well, why not? He picks that up. He's got momentum to the end zone.
Boy, he is a wild one.
That was a 7-yard punt. That was just a whiff. While we have a moment, let's step away 15 seconds for station identification. This is Husker football. After a 7-yard punt, Huskers lead 26-0 with the ball. Minute 41 left at the zip 31. 2 wide each way. Raiola out of the gun. Takes a shotgun snap. 4-man rush. Back to pass. Flings one wide right. Caught at the 20. Barney at the 15. Tiptoes the boundary. Stays in bounds. And dragged down at the 12-yard line by DeMarco Johnson. Clock stops momentarily inside 2 minutes.
You can be deliberate, but you're certainly not in a hurry.
Ball at the 12-yard line, a gain of 19 yards. Left to right, 2 wide right, Hunter wide left. Raiola takes the right hash snap, play fake, slings the screen right, caught by Barney, and he's powered backwards. Elijah Reed makes the hit in bounds near the 10 for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Clock churns, you still have time over a minute.
Yeah, plenty of time here.
And 1 timeout.
Yeah.
3 receivers wide side left. That's Hunter, Key, and Barney. Lindenmeyer tight end right. Ball at the 10 right hash. Low snap to Raiola. 2-step drop. Looks left. Angles out left. Rolling. Throwing. Caught. Lindenmeyer at the 4 and in for a Husker touchdown. First career receiving touchdown for Luke Lindenmeyer. And the route is on here at Memorial Stadium.
How about the start to this season for 44? Well, he has been impressive on his journey.
Lindenmeyer last week, DB, he matched his entire career production in receptions with 5, and he's just a different player this year.
A really good job on the avoidance, clearing the zone. Raiola continues to be accurate, especially on the move. The little sidearm slot deliver, no problem.
Third touchdown pass for Raiola, 10 yards. On the touchdown pass, Kyle Kunanen with the All-State extra point. Hey, Husker fans, some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Visit allstate.com or call a local agent for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. 3 plays, 31 yards, 55 seconds. Didn't even have to use that timeout. It's 33-0 Nebraska with 46 seconds left. That drive summary sponsored by Sapp Brothers. Power your operation with your partner in ag, Sapp Brothers.
You take a look at this total offense, KC. You're sitting right at almost 4 Bills.
24 points in this quarter alone.
Yeah, they were reminded of what they left out there in those first handful of drives. They get going. You see what they're capable of with their creativity.
So Lindenmeyer gets into the end zone for the first time. Third catch for 44 yards tonight. Raiola 19 of 23. Kunanen ensuing kickoff over the head of Brandon Hills, the returner for Akron. And that's a touchback. I would have to assume Akron's just got to maybe just take a knee here.
Yeah,
and go to the half.
You're trying to get to the half. I mean, this defensive line is just feasting without a legitimate pause in the run game. I mean, they're getting after the quarterback en route to stopping the run.
4 tackles for loss for the Black Shirts tonight. This crowd loving every bit of it. 33-0 with 46 seconds left for the half. Stay tuned for the halftime show. Matt Coatney will anchor our coverage. Scores around the country. President Gold, conversation with him. Jessica Cootie will have Matt Rule. First down and 10, handoff from the 25. Jordan Ganoff, right tackle at the 30, traverses across the 35. We're almost along the numbers, and Vincent Shaver drags him down at the 41 for a gain of 16. Move the sticks. All right, so they're going to go aggressive here, get back to the ball with 40 seconds left of the half.
Yeah, Nebraska got caught in a stunt.
Finley out of the gun, 3 wide, 2 to his left. Takes a snap, 4-man push. Back in 2, spirals one right sideline. Comeback route with a flag down, pass incomplete. Andrew Marshall is going to get flagged for the PI at the 38 in Husker territory. Tim Greer Jr., the intended target.
Pass interference. Defense number 10. 15-yard penalty. First down.
And now if you're Nebraska right now, you got to tighten up, right? This is not the way you want to finish the half defensively. You've gotten off to a really good start. You cannot relax. Something this team, they're not accustomed to doing, right? Where you have to play with a sense of urgency with a big lead because you're trying to establish dominance.
And remember, Akron's trying to score their first points of the season. Shut out last week, 10-0 against Wyoming, and they now are in plus territory. First and 10, 30 seconds to go for the half. Huskers lead 33-0. Ball at the 44 of Nebraska. 2 wide, each side of the line. Shotgun snap to Finley. Blitz comes, picked up. Finley off his back foot, slings one up the left hash marks, incomplete to Tim Greer. And Skitter's incomplete near the 30. Andrew Marshall in coverage. 24 ticks left now, 2nd and 10.
You got the 4 hurries without getting him to the ground. Sometimes you can get pressure without yielding sacks.
That was Petschok that was forcing Finley to backpedal. Clock stop, 24 seconds now. Finley now 4 of 12 through the air. 2nd and 10, Husker 44. Finley shotgun set, 3 wide to the bottom side left. 3 down linemen, 4 at the line of scrimmage. Snap to Finley, 4-man rush. Pressure up the gut. Finley is swung down. Brought down at the 39-yard line. Deshaun McCullough came through as a flag came down as well back at the 46.
Boy, can he hit those fits. Little stunt from the jack spot, comes free on a loop. Will we be unsportsmanlike?
Coach Rule is not going to like this. His headset is off, pacing down the near sideline. Hands extended by his hips, almost near the numbers at the 35.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 15. 15-yard penalty, first down.
To get a replay on that. So McCullough came through, twisted down Finley, a second look. And oh yeah, he got him right on the face mask at first glance and then twisted him down. Two crucial penalties.
Yep, no doubter right there.
1st and 10, so the ball at the Husker 29. Nebraska 33-0 lead, 16 seconds left, no timeouts for Akron. Snap to Finley, back to pass, looks right, throws one deep right sideline to the end zone, incomplete. Tim Greer Jr. crashing on that front side pylon. Andrew Marshall's been busy in coverage. The ball sails a little bit too tall.
These guys can flat out cover. I mean, in this day and age of offense, and everybody's a wideout, and you can't touch guys, they can play some man-to-man.
I mean, that was blanket coverage. Trying to make that step up to FBS. Andrew Marshall after 2 seasons at FCS Idaho.
Just tight windows.
12 seconds left now. 2nd and 10, Husker 29. Empty shotgun set for Finley, 2 wide each way. Nebraska sends a lot of pressure. Free rusher Singleton. Finley rolls right, has to throw it away. Got it past the line of scrimmage, was outside the pocket. So no flag for grounding. Boy, Singleton on a 100-meter dash made Finley run on the sideline. And it will be a 3rd and 10. 7 seconds. Looks like they're going to bring out Owen Wiley, the field goal kicker, who's only kicked 7 attempts in his career. His career high is 38.
He was pretty shaky in warm-ups. It's a little different environment. Nebraska's going to come after this one.
46-yarder. Be a new career high from the far right hash to the north end uprights. Timeout. Nebraska will use their final to ice the kicker.
Yeah, they want to come after this. They're going to set up a block here.
30 seconds.
He was coming out with some low liners in warm-ups.
Again, not a whole lot of experience for the redshirt sophomore from Avon Lake, Ohio, Owen Wiley. Nebraska football is brought to you by Hy-Vee, proud sponsor of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. 7 seconds left for the half, 33-0. Nebraska leads. About a 46-yard attempt here for Owen Wiley to try and get the first points of the season for Akron. It's been just about almost 6 empty quarters here. Just joining us, Nebraska nearly 400 yards of total offense. The defense has been dominant. This drive aided by a couple of back-breaking penalties, a pass interference, and a face mask. Getting Akron into plus territory and setting up a 46-yard field goal after the 3rd used Nebraska timeout. They're coming after this one. Joseph Castle to hold right hash. Wiley's ready. Snap back, hold is down, right-footed boot, high arching, end over end, and it hits the left upright. No good. It banged off the left upright. And Wiley comes up empty for the first points for the Zips on the season. Just kept tailing and tailing off to the left. And doink off the left upright. No good. The shutout remains intact. And you know that defense has that in the back of their mind.
Sigh of relief right there.
Well, we'll see here. Most likely just a need a half with 3 seconds left. 33-0 Huskers lead. A 24-point second quarter. And a kneel out after Raiola takes the snap. And that'll bring us to halftime. What a second quarter for the Scarlet and the Cream. Big first half from Dylan Raiola, Emmett Johnson as well. The defense so far so good, has a shutout. As we send it to halftime, Matt Coatney anchors our coverage. Nebraska 33 and Akron nothing. This is the Huskers Radio Network. I should say John Holt actually in to kick this one off. It was Akron who won the toss, deferred to the second half. Brandon Hills back deep, sweep of the right leg. Short end-over-end kick, corralled at the 6, bobbled and dropped down to the turf. Picked up by Hills at the 10, 15, sprints across the 20 inside the right numbers and popped down at the 24-yard line. There on the stop. Looked like Mekhi Nelson there on the hit for the Huskers. 1st and 10, Akron now just inside their own 25. Boy, rough first half for Ben Finley. 4-14.
Yeah, and he's missed, 8 in a row? Needs to find something here if you're a Zips fan to get in a little bit of a rhythm. Something easy, quick game.
Rushing yards, just 30 on the ground for Akron. They had under 90 last week. 1st and 10 officially at the 25. Split backs out of the gun. Finley takes a snap. Handoff. Sean Patrick has a lane over right guard. Traverses across the 35. Bear hug by Deshaun Singleton after a gain of 11 yards out to the 36. Big run on first down. Longest run of the night was a 16-yarder from Jordan Gant. We've seen primarily those two running backs tonight, Sean Patrick and Jordan Gant.
Caught Nebraska a time or two on those little inside stunts with quick hitters. They'll take a few of those to keep them honest.
Ball at the 36 of Akron. 3 wide, 2 to the left. Shotgun snap. Finley dumps it underneath middle. Lunging catch by Israel Polk inside the left hash at the 40-yard line. Gain of about 5 yards on first down. Tackle by Sierra Wright. 33-0 Huskers. Minute in here in the third quarter. Nobody's left. The sellout still very much intact. 2 wide each way. I should say 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, and split backs. Finley on a handoff on 2nd and 5. That's Patrick. Trucks his way over left tackle. And brought down at the 44. Keona Davis was taken for a ride about a few yards shy of the first down to about the 44 of Akron.
Yeah, McCullough wanting that back. You're a run-through tackle away from being 3rd and 9. Now you're steady looking at 3rd and 2 here.
McCullough came through untouched, almost had him.
Akron yet to convert a 3rd down. This one is favorable with just 2 yards.
0 of 6 on 3rd down. 2 backs and a pistol. Michael Johnson is behind Finley. On a 3rd down and short. Snap, turn right, handoff. Johnson denied. Andrew Marshall, the big red wall, comes out of the fray with his fist to the heavens in celebration. It's 4th down and 3.
How about McCullough slamming through C-gap, occupying, allowing Marshall to clean it up.
Absolutely nowhere to go is Michael Johnson Jr., the versatile quarterback who was lined up as a running back in the pistol. Now Braden Johnson will punt for Akron. Back deep, Ja'Cory Barney inside the Husker 20. Snap back. Roll out to the right, Johnson. That's a much better punt than what we saw from Joseph Castle last time. Collected far left numbers at the 9. Circling back to the 5, Barney has acres of space, 20. Left side, 25, 30. At the 40. Left sideline, 45. Steps out of bounds just shy of midfield. Ushered out by the punter, Braden Johnson, near the 48 of the Huskers. 47-yard punt and a 41-yard return.
Yeah, you don't want that net. That's Ben McLaughlin math with just the difference of 1 yard. How about Nebraska occupying and locking up those gunners, allowing Barney to just run free?
Maybe, DB, you get a touchdown here. You start to pull the reins a little bit and maybe get a shot at TJ Lateef.
Yeah, I think Nebraska really wants to kind of establish a little momentum, right? You don't take halves off. They know people paid good money. They want to see good football, so Nebraska needs a good feel about when to do it.
Scarlet tops, cream pants at the 48-yard line. Left to right, 2 wide right. Barney in motion left to right. Shotgun snap to Raiola. Dumps it underneath for a dragging Ja'Cory Barney. The motion man got thrown behind him on his back hip, was dropped to the 46-yard line. Incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the only real poor throw of the night was maybe traveled the shortest distance. That's just mechanics right there for DR.
Just the 5th incompletion. We mentioned the new school record of 20 consecutive completions for Dillon, bridging the last 2 games. 2nd and 10, Husker 48. Carter Nelson is in. He motions left to right. 1 wide each way. Off the snap and play action fake. Raiola throws one over the middle. Incomplete. Congested area on the slant at the 38. Isaiah Hunter well covered. Malcolm DeWalt was the featured DB. And now quickly 3rd and 10.
Yeah, still looking to establish a little bit of rhythm here. Nebraska came out throwing the football. You figure 1st and 10, the little dump off to Barney was safe, but you go incomplete, and all of a sudden you blink, you find yourself looking at 3rd and long.
It's 2 wayward throws for Raiola. 3rd down and 10. Husker 48. Johnson motions into the backfield, right hip, 2 wide each way. Lindenmeyer has caught a touchdown tonight in the slot to the right. Akron showing pressure. Snap. They send an all-out blitz. Raiola parachutes it deep left sideline separation. Twisting catch. Ja'Cory Barney tumbles down at the 15-yard line. Little back shoulder rainbow and a Medica first down.
Yeah, really good job of DR standing and delivering in the pocket. Little Edward J. almost stand and deliver. Took the shot, delivered it on time to Ja'Cory Barney.
37 yards on the connection to Barney down the left sideline. 33-0 Huskers, 11:39 in the third. Tempo at the 14. Snap and a keep, tuck and run right. Here's Raiola at the 10, spins down to the 6. Nobody in this stadium thought that would happen. Pulls it, runs it, brings it down to the 6 for a gain of 9.
Yeah, the folks in south end zone saw it. Just get vertical. You may just score. Really good little wrinkle from Nebraska. You only have to show it a handful of times.
2nd and 2. Ball on the 6-yard line. Left to right, 2 wide left, 2 tight ends. Motion from left to right. Johnson, right hip of Raiola. Leans forward for the snap. Corrals it, holds it out, play fake, slants it over the middle. Broken up. Looking for Dane Key on that slant. That's a similar play design to what we saw on Dane Key's touchdown last week against Cincinnati. Was broken up about 4 yards deep in the end zone. Elijah Reed got his white gloved hand on it.
Yeah, that play is made as much with Raiola's eyes as it is his arm. He's got to hold him a little longer with the run action. That'll keep him at bay.
3rd and 2 at the 6-yard line. 2 tight ends right, Raiola under center. Key in motion left to right, snap, spin, handoff, Johnson angles left, he's in, untouched. Touchdown Huskers. EJ is money tonight. 39-0. The route continues here in the third quarter. Emmett Johnson with his 3rd touchdown of the night, 2nd on the ground.
Yeah, easy breezy. 2 plus 1, that's 3. 3rd touchdown of the night. Give me all 6 of them.
I love
for
your
EJ.
Your work with numbers is magical.
Regular mathematician, KC. Just bends fingers and toes. They help me. Gives me the subliminal, and even I can add.
6-yard touchdown run right up the gut. Could that be the last rush for Emmett Johnson tonight? As Kyle Kunanen, the All-State extra point, is up and good at the end zone to our right. There go the fireworks off to our left. Career night for EJ, 14 carries, 140 yards, now 2 on the ground, 1 through the air. And our score, Nebraska 40 and Akron nothing, 10:49 to go in the third quarter. 6 plays, 52 yards. All Huskers tonight, 40-0 they lead. With 10:49 to go in the third. Score update brought to you by Noddle Companies, creating thriving communities across Nebraska. John Holt will kick this one away from left to right. Back deep, Brandon Hills, and that one went out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds, kicking team number 30. Receiving team will put the ball in play at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10.
That was Tristan Alvano with his first kickoff, and kicks that one out of bounds, Damon. That's the 2nd time we've seen that this year. So special teams so far has been good, but we've now seen that twice.
Yeah, and you just can't stand prosperity, right? Just give Coach Rule another talking point.
Yeah. I wonder, I would love a camera on Mike Eckler right now.
Yeah, losing his mind, I'd say.
10:49 in the third, 40-0 Nebraska. Akron right to left at their own 35 after the free kick out of bounds. Snap, play fake. Finley fires one left, caught on the comeback. Cam Montero's dragged down outside the hash near midfield. Rex Guthrie on the tackle, trailing the play. And Akron moves the sticks. They'll mark it at the 49 of Nebraska. Gain of 16 yards. Rare completion for Finley. 6-year guy. Started his career at NC State, went to Cal. 18th career start tonight from the plus 49. Hands it off to Jordan Gann as a little bit of an alleyway over left guard on the 1st down and 10 handoff, as he was brought down in the fray by Cam Lenhart just inside the 45 to the 43. Gain of 6 yards on 1st down. Again, Akron, what's on the line for them? They want to score their first points of the season. Shutout last week, 10-0. 5+ minutes in third quarter. Huskers up 40-0. The 43. of Nebraska. Slot to the right. Split backs. Handoff out of the gun. Angling left. Sean Patrick. Left sideline. 35, 30, 25. And chipped out of bounds inside the 20. Longest run of the day for Akron. Down to the 18-yard line for Sean Patrick. Run out by Caleb Benning.
Yeah, tough run fit from Donovan Jones playing that boundary corner. Nebraska got to bow their neck here a little bit. At worst, you force a field goal attempt if you can't take the ball away.
So best drive of the night. And now Michael Johnson Jr., the backup quarterback, is behind Finley in a loaded pistol here.
Shavers has got to fit inside of that.
Ball at the 18 of the Huskers. Snap to Finley, holds it out, handoff Gant, plants off his back foot, trucks up the left side hash mark to the 16-yard line. Williams Winery peels himself off the bottom of that pile, along with a few others. Javen Wright also there, is recently over 100 career stops, down to the 16. Be a second down at about 7. Corners right now, we have Wright and Marshall. Safeties of Singleton and Buford. Gabe Moore and Cade Petchock in the game as defensive linemen, along with Williams Winery. It's a young group at the 16 of the Huskers. Michael Johnson Jr. will play quarterback here with 3 wide, 2 out to the right. Takes a snap, handoff. Oh, a bad read on the zone read as Sean Patrick was demolished to the ground. Deshaun Singleton untouched for a loss back to the 16. They'll say perhaps no gain. He came in untouched, and that read led Sean Patrick with wide eyes as Singleton came through untouched.
I think they made a movie about that, didn't they? Was that eyes wide shut? Didn't quite see it, did he?
3rd down and 8, officially a loss of 2. Ball at this 18-yard line, left hash, trips to the right, snap to Finley, blitz comes, picked up, Finley spins out to his left, Shavers on his heels, backpedals, throws one near left side of the end zone, through the hands of an intended target in Marcel Williams, front pylon, and it lands incomplete. That's another drop from Akron wide receivers tonight.
Yeah, that thing is coming in hot, too. Tough angle. They do want to just get some points on the board as they line up for the field goal. There's no gimmies here.
That thing,
like I said, he's been shaky at best.
33-yard attempt here from Owen Wiley. Missed from 46. That would have been a career high. Just his 9th career attempt from the left hash. Snap back, hold is down. The kick is blocked. It's blocked. Riley Van Poppel coming out of the fray and celebrating as the Huskers special teams get the job done. And it was Van Poppel got his hand on it.
He's really responded, hasn't he? You know, heard some whispers, some murmurs a week ago. Wanted to establish some consistency, get back to his dominant self. And Nebraska was close early, and he had been shaky in warm-ups. Put some pressure on him, keep the goose egg intact.
That shutout remains intact. My former employer. But Dylan Raiola comes out for another drive here. I have to think probably this could be it after this drive here for DR15. 1st and 10, Husker 22. Takes a snap from under center. Play fake, deep drop. Raiola lost one left sideline. He's got Dane Key over the top of the 40. Angles out of bounds. Beat Malcolm DeWalt along that boundary. And a gain of 18 yards on a 1st down connection. Dane Key's been somewhat quiet tonight. Just his 2nd catch. Only had 1 for 5 yards previous.
Yeah, not sure what you do when you want to scout Nebraska and you want to take away the number 1. They got options.
7:21 in the 3rd. Huskers up 40-zip to the 40 of Nebraska. 2 wide right. Barney in motion right to left. Makai Nelson's the running back, single back right. Snap, play fake. Raiola pats the football. Flips one over the middle. Caught by Barney from left to right. 40. Jets to the 30. Outside the numbers 25. And dragged down near the 21-yard line. Left to right crossing route. When Barney gets in open space, he is dangerous. A Medica 1st down for the Huskers. And we do have a whistle. Players shaken up.
Is that JB?
Looks like Elijah Reed for Akron.
Oh, rolled out of bounds. That's pretty far. You know, the player in me Says he's off to the sidelines, play ball.
That's the old school way. 39 yards, by the way, on that connection.
But the caregiver in me says, well, he's a zip. He's on our sidelines. I guess we can stop play.
Yeah, of course. Hope that he's okay down on the sidelines.
A little torn there, Casey.
Ben McLaughlin and Damon Benning will start it with Husker game day. That's Saturday morning next week against Houston Christian in town. And then the Big Ten opener, Michigan, who's playing Oklahoma at the current moment.
Seemed like an apple fritter guy. What's your go-to?
Ooh, nice croissant.
Oh, geez, fancy.
Nice croissant?
It's awful bougie for me, Casey.
Nah, give me a good bagel. I'm a Jersey guy. Ball at the 21, 1st and 10 after a 39-yard connection to Ja'Cory Barney. 2 wide left, single man right, snap to Raiola, swings it right, out of the backfield. Mekhi Nelson makes the catch, runs over a defender. And that was Ben Kamara, just trucked him at the 12-yard line. That's where he's torn down, about a yard shy of the sticks. So we see more run here from Mekhi Nelson. Huskers will huddle up. 2nd and 1 now at the 12.
He and Coach Rule had a pretty intense conversation on the sidelines. I'm going to have to go back and ask him what was said.
Ball right hash, 2 receivers stacked left. Hunter wide right, make that Barney wide right. Harburg in motion left to right. Snap to Raiola, back to pass, looks left, surveys, under pressure, rolls right, flips one right side of the end zone, caught! Dane Key crossing the back line of the end zone, gets a foot in for a Husker touchdown. Key unlocks 6, 46-0 here in the 3rd.
Holy cow, my favorite gummy. Dots for everyone. Outside the pocket. That gets another movie reference.
Fire the laser.
Goodness. On time, on money, and super easy math. Number 6, 4-6. Give me all of them.
Yeah, that's easy. Threw that over the underneath coverage, and Key was not open. That thing was a dime.
Oh.
And that's a career high now, 4th passing touchdown for Raiola.
That's not even the ones that get stuck between your teeth. Comes off easy.
All-State extra point. Snap back, kick is up, and Kyle Kunanen drills it through for the All-State extra point. Hey, Husker fans, some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Visit allstate.com or call a local agent for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Well, you think people were chomping at the bit to see him grip it and rip it, right? I mean, he cut that one loose on a rope.
Well, we mentioned Dane Key been a little bit silent tonight. His 2nd Husker touchdown.
Well, speak it into existence. Get the young fella unlocked.
So I take full responsibility for that touchdown. 4 plays, 78
Absolutely.
yards, 90 seconds. Sapp Brothers Drive Summary. Drive Summary is always presented by Sapp Brothers. Power your operation with your partner in ag, Sapp Brothers.
Just telling you, I spent some time with Dane Key. He's not going to be a croissant guy.
No?
No.
He's a baseball guy. Played center field. He's a legit center fielder.
Oh, he can track it. I told him we can go back and get some fly balls together.
47-0 Huskers, 5:58 for the 3rd quarter. Fans sticking around as they always do, but also waiting for that light show between the 3rd and 4th quarters. Last kickoff was out of bounds. This is Kyle Kunanen who will send a short kickoff to Brendan Hills at the 12. Angles right to the numbers at the 20, and he's bear hugged down at the 24 on the numbers. Bryce Turner makes the tackle on special teams. Let's see, you look at the personnel here, Damon.
Now you're going to get a look at a lot of the future.
Sua Lefotu's out there.
Good player. Really got his body in shape in the offseason. They're pretty excited about him. McGahee continuing to get good work in. Khan. Some Benning kid. Guthrie.
Jeremiah Charles at one of the corners. Jameer Khan, like you mentioned. Caleb Benning out there. 47-0 Huskers. 1st and 10. Akron 24. Shotgun snap. Finley at the mesh point, hands off to Sean Patrick. Moves the pile over right tackle outside the hash to the 29-yard line. Gain of 5 on 1st down for Sean Patrick. Met by just about every Husker defender there. Jalen George, along with others, in on the stop.
Well, I tell you, if Nebraska can have somewhat of an impactful season, get to that 8-9 win mark with the youth of this roster and supplementing the portal, you're on to something.
2nd and 5. Akron 29. Snap to Finley off a play-action fake. Throws one right, incomplete along the sideline. Tim Greer. Bracket coverage from Donovan Jones at the 45-yard line. Incomplete. And another 3rd down. This is where Akron has really struggled tonight. They've yet to convert one, DB. 0 of 8.
We don't believe in jinxes around here, do we, KC?
Well, we'll see what happens here. Maybe I'll have to believe.
I tell you what, these safeties keep holding the hash. I smell an interception here.
Akron is 3 of 23 on 3rd downs to start the year. 3rd and 5. Zip 29, right hash. Trips, bottom side left, wide side of the field. Right hash snap to Finley. Faces a 4-man rush. Back to pass. Throws one right. Numbers caught. And then drop going down to the ground at the 47. Rex Guthrie in coverage. Miles Walker couldn't bring it to the ground. Jinx, never heard of it.
Yep. And this is Pepsi products. I couldn't buy you a Coke anyway. Guthrie not giving up on the play. Trailing it from behind, but gets his arm in there and gets it out of there.
Looks like Isaiah Mosey back deep now on punt return.
Well, that might just be a drop.
And how many have we seen tonight? Just balls through the hands.
Yeah, that's a good ball from Finley. Good ball.
4th down. Braden Johnson to punt. One step to his right off the snap. End over end punt. Hurdles down at the 36. As Mosey says, get away. Rolls inside the 30. Angles to the far numbers. And finally, touchdown at the 27-yard line.
They're all sorts of spooked in the punting game, aren't they? They don't want to kick it to anybody.
We've seen a 41-yard return tonight for Barney. That a 48-yard punt from Braden Johnson. All right, let's see the quarterback situation here, DB. TJ Lateef is coming out.
I kind of talked him up since the spring. I like his poise. He's a cool customer, but this is different in front of the remaining 80K.
Lateef, dual threat guy from Compton, California. Freshman, 6'1", 200. Split backs, ball at the 26 left hash. Takes a snap, handoff. Nelson runs left, stiff arms a man, curls the edge of the 25, gets cracked out of bounds by Shaman Cooper. Kai Nelson tonight is 3rd toe to the rock.
Fun fact, KC.
Let me hear it.
Your color analyst, your partner, took a roadie to Compton. Had family that lived in Compton.
Okay.
My dad had a trip in Palm Springs. It was supposed to be for an educational seminar. He just hopped in the old wagon and made a vacation out of it.
Vacation, I love it.
I mean, who doesn't vacation in Compton?
Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap to Lateef. Guns one right, caught in the flat. Isaiah Mosey wiggles across the 35, breaks 2 tackles, 45. Burst to the second level, along the numbers inside the 40. Creative in open space down to the 36 of Akron. He would not be denied, the freshman Isaiah Mosey.
Yeah, he is not short on confidence. And how about Lateef's poise? He is a calm customer.
Gain of 38 yards.
Look at him run this offense.
Ball at the 36 and plus territory. Up the snap, play action fake, slant over the middle, is tipped and caught by Cortez Mills. It wasn't intended for him. He caught it off the deflection, and there is a flag down in the secondary. Caught at the 28 of Akron. Make it the 30.
That was deflected. They may have to pick that up. They want to get a hold, but it was deflected.
There is no foul for defensive pass interference. Yeah. The pass was tipped.
That's Costco eye exams right there, working full-fledged for you there, KC.
Well, some changes here to the offensive line. Elijah Pritchett at left tackle. Jason Machachuk at left guard. You have Tyler Canuck at right tackle. Sam Sledge is in at right guard. Jacob Brindle at center. Lateef takes a snap from the plus 29. Handoff Nelson over right guard. Dragged down by the ankles. Maybe got a yard to the 28. Brought down by Nehemiah Musika. 3rd down and 2 for the Huskers, up 47-0. 3:09 in the 3rd quarter. Nebraska trickling down the field on Medica first downs tonight. 23 first downs for the Huskers to 9 for the Zips.
Think that dog will hunt?
I think so. led to a 47-point lead. The 28 of Akron under center Latif. Single back Ives. Snap handoff. Ives has a lane. 20 all alone at the 10-5. He's in. Touchdown Huskers. Quentin Ives' second career rushing score. Nobody was near him. As Nebraska's cracked the half-century mark. 53-0. 28 yards on the rumble from 28.
I don't know if you're a big integers or whole numbers guy, but it's -2 plus 8 gives you 6. It's Ives. Give me all of them.
How about this number? 601 total yards of offense.
Well, that's a lot.
That'll play.
That is a lot.
And we are not even through 3 quarters. Snap back, hold us down. Kyle Kunetin, the All-State extra point, is up and good. Hey, Husker fans, some people know that you could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Visit allstate.com or call a local agent for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. 2:37 still left in the third quarter, and it's 54-0. 5 plays, 74 yards, 221 for the Sapp Brothers drive summary. Power your operation with your partner in ag, Sapp Brothers. How about Ives, too? When you think about how disappointing it could have been in fall camp. I mean, this was almost the first drill of the first practice of fall camp. He pulls up lame on a hamstring, going in as the number 2 back, and then falling on the depth chart because he just simply could not practice.
Yeah, and I saw him kind of come full blossom. I followed him all of last year, and up in your neck of the woods, so watched him at Fordham getting ready for the bowl game, and I felt like the light really came on for Ives. He's probably the one true, what I'd call big back that Nebraska has, not named Genatone. And now he's getting a chance to shine.
How about this? We got this from Matt Coatney.
Yeah.
Army, and you've been saying it all night long as the ensuing kickoff from Kyle Kunetin, 3 yards deep, and taken out of the end zone at the 10. Angling right to the right side to the 20-yard line. That's Kyan Mason. Now back on return, brings it out to the 19-yard line where he's brought down.
Yeah, in Manhattan, Kansas, as we speak, at the 2-minute mark, Army 24, K-State 21.
And that's after Army lost last week to, I forget who it was, but it was an inferior opponent.
Yeah, K-State, an 18-point fave. It's a different version of the Beastie Boys. I'm from Manhattan, but I'm not a bum.
You know who they lost to last week? Tarleton State.
Yes, they did. Which is a good program, though. But all things considering, folks in Aggieville aren't having it.
Ball at the 19, 1st and 10. 54-0 Nebraska. Finley back to pass. Zips one over the middle as Target fell down. Pass sails incomplete. Target and Miles Walker fell down at the 30-yard line. There is a flag down for potential pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense number 13. 15-yard penalty. First down.
That's Jameer Khan, junior nickel. Also, by the way, for the Huskers, not counting the kneel down to end the half, 6 consecutive touchdown drives.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Especially you wanted an answer after you felt like you left about 14 of them on the field in the first quarter.
That's what's wild about it, is you gave up 14 points in the first half. Ball at the 30, 1st down and 10. Handoff up the middle. Jordan Gant wrestles his way near the sticks to about the 39-yard line. A gash of 9 yards on 1st down. Vincent Shavers, amongst others, there on the tackle. Clock winding down, approaching 2 minutes in the third. 54-0 Huskers. Greg Sharp radio booth tonight. Happy that you can join us wherever you may be listening. 2nd and 1 from the 39. Handoff up the middle. Moving forward is Jordan Gant as a 1st down to the 42. And actually Sean Patrick in there takes the handoff. Dawson Merritt amongst others there on the stop, but Akron moves the chains.
This has got a lot of young, good defenders that they want to get a look at here. Merritt being one of them. I thought he was a little undersized coming in. He's taken to the nutrition and strength and conditioning. He's already got a really high football IQ as a good athlete, and here he is.
You're seeing Dylan Parrott just off the nose as well. He's in there. 1st and 10, Akron 42. Snap to Finley, 4 in the pattern. Try to load up a screen right under pressure. McGahee on his heels, tucks and runs 40 to the sideline 45. Run out by Donovan Jones. Scramble of about 3 yards out to the 44-yard line for Ben Finley. Nobody open downfield. It's McGahee on that initial rush.
Well, he's responded, hasn't he? And he understood. Didn't get the reps that he wanted a week ago to get ready in Arrowhead. He was thrust into action early, and he's responded.
Say a 2nd and 8, stepping out at the 44. It's Ben Finley. 54-0 Huskers. Final 30 seconds of the third. Snap to Finley off a play fake. Slets it over the middle. Incomplete. Kyan Mason well covered by Jameer Khan, who had that flag earlier in this drive. Presents now a 3rd down. And this is not where Akron wants to be. They're 0 of 9.
Yeah, Khan is one of those guys, too. I mean, Hartzog is a savvy veteran, but he was on his heels all fall camp. Khan can play the nickel in that 3rd safety spot. This is a good glimpse into the future.
3rd down and 8. Akron has the ball right hash at their own 44. 2 receivers each way. Young defensive line up front going into that depth. Finley, clap of the snap, takes it, 5-man rush, throws one over the middle, caught on a slant at midfield, shy of a first. Kyan Mason made the catch. Jameer Khan was right there for the tackle, 2 yards shy of a first down. At this point, if you're Akron, you might as well go for it.
Help me out here, Casey. Long 2, short 2.
Looks to be a
long 2?
I would say a long 2 here.
All right. I think they throw it.
Meanwhile, late subs come in. Jalen George, David Hufkin on that defensive line.
Hufkin's a guy I like. All size 21 and a half shoe of him. Gonna be a good one.
Well, DB, put your 4s in the air. We head to the 4th quarter. There it is, 54-0 Nebraska.
Yeah, one of the infamous Pat Fitzgerald meltdowns at a presser. Was not happy.
Well, 4th and 2 for midfield. Finley pulls it on the RPO, tucks and runs left, and some reason backpedals, gives up ground, and thrown for a loss. Cannot pick up the 4th down around the left edge.
Well, you wanted to just flip that out there, didn't you?
That was Justin Rhett who got to the edge. For some reason, Finley pulled up.
1st down, Nebraska.
And could not get the edge. We'll say officially a gain of a yard for Finley after he was thrown back, but probably should have had the 1st down.
Yeah, he may not have wanted to take another snap. So he's like,
Oof.
Good job by Rhett. Missed a ton of time with injuries, getting a chance to play.
Well, Justin Rhett, former Georgia Bulldog from Las Vegas, Nevada. He missed the spring with injury. 2 years at Southern Illinois, one of those Fs, or I should say 2 years at Georgia. First a Notre Dame commit. Ball at the 48-yard line of the Huskers. Split backs. TJ Lateef, 2nd series. Takes a snap off play action. Dumps it left. Caught by Isaiah Mosey at midfield. Breaks up 1 tackle. A 2nd stays on his feet. Somehow still turns the legs 30 and barrels forward inside the 25 with a flag down. Isaiah Mosey can't be brought down. All the way down to the 24. He broke multiple tackles. We'll check the flag.
I hope they don't get a hold there. That was kind of ticky-tack.
And well downfield after the catch. We've seen a couple of incredible runs after the catch.
Will
Mosey.
Will you allow me to say ticky-tack on the Homer Network?
You sure can.
Thank you.
Thumbs up, Ben McLaughlin.
Need your blessing.
Illegal block in the back, offense number 85. 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
Maybe I will get you that croissant.
Keelan Smith.
Another young thoroughbred ready to get out of the gates. Really good talent.
Where that penalty occurred, moves it back to the original line of scrimmage, so it's 1st and 10. Wave off that catch and run from Isaiah Mosey back across midfield.
Guy we watched return punts in the open field in high school and in fall camp. Well, he gets to where he's going, doesn't he?
Keelan Smith is wide left. Cortez Mills wide right. Carter Nelson in the slot right. From the Husker 49, split backs. Lateef shotgun set. Mosey motions to the right side. Snap on a play fake. Lateef left tackle block. Flips one right sideline. Overshoots Carter Nelson cutting off his route to the far boundary at the 31. DeMarco Johnson in coverage. Just a little overcooked. Carter Nelson's a guy that you want to see sort of flourish here in this spot.
Yeah, he's just getting his legs back and kind of learning the tight end position. Big, strong, good athlete.
Former wide receiver turned tight end, playing in the slot right now. Dealt with a hip surgery in the offseason. Been rehabbing that. 2nd and 10, Husker 49. 3 wide, slot to the right. Mosey again motions wide right. Snap to Latif, looks right, loads his screen left. Caught at the 45. Nelson jitterbugs past 1. Burst to the second level, 45. Left sideline, stiff arm, 30. Tiptoes the boundary, 15. And run out of bounds. Nelson at the 10-yard line. Boy, these freshmen are spectacular. 40 yards on the catch and run.
Yeah, by far the fastest of the bunch. Really good balance. Just got to north of the 200-pound mark. He sat at my kitchen table. I said, gosh, you look good size. What do you weigh? He said, I'm 202. I said, you were 184 in the summer. There's no way. He looked at me and he said, got a scale? I went ahead and believed that he's 202.
Yeah.
The play has been reviewed. The runner stepped out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Oh, so they're going to move this all the way back when he was tiptoeing the boundary at the 30. So the Medica first down brings it to the 30-yard line. 54-0 Huskers.
Well, I don't know.
We're looking at the replay.
Casey. I typically need a guy like Benny Mack to let me know. He gives me the thumbs up, thumbs down.
Looking at it, there's at no point does he step out of bounds.
Yeah, I think they maybe.
They might move this back.
Yeah, Coach Rule wants to take a look.
Play has been reviewed subsequently. The runner did not step out of bounds at the 30. It's 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
Well, listen, we don't like the hem-hawing, but they ultimately got it right. And even I, who am a good, 60-20, could see he didn't step out of bounds. Wait, which number comes first if I want to have good eyesight?
20.
All right.
20/20 vision. I don't know. You and your math. 1st and goal at the 10 after a 40-yard catch and run. Snap to Latif, back to pass for the pattern. Rolls right. Now Kentucky run. Jitterbugs past 1, breaks another tackle. 10-5, dives to the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, TJ Latif. Oh, that was special. Broke not just 1, but 2 tackles on a Superman dive and his first career rushing score. And Nebraska cracks 60.
Boy, how about the Pirates of the Caribbean with the dead leg? Ugh, in the open field.
And he kept that right knee off the ground on that dive.
I'm just telling you, oh boy, his teammates, he would have been life of the party tonight. Back at the facility. They love him. He's good-natured. He's super confident. They would have celebrated this, I don't know, whatever. Is it a 28 or 24 or 48 hour? They love Latif.
He fired up on that sideline. His knee was down at the 1.
Yeah. This gave him the little,
That was special.
Oh, that was nice. He's just cool. He's just a calm customer.
Over 13 to play in the 4th, 54-0. Huskers. Ball at the 1, right hash. Latif out of the gun. Nelson, single back left. 2 tight ends left, 2 wide left. Snap, handoff Nelson. Powers over the goal line, and he is in. Touchdown, Huskers. Mekhi Nelson punches that one in for the Husker touchdown. Now officially cracked 60, first career score for Mekhi Nelson. Last time Nebraska had 60 points, 2012 against Idaho State when they put up 73.
I tell you, he may transfer a few of his Husker bucks for putting his knee down and letting Mekhi get a chance to score.
It was him a lunch. Nelson just dragging Bruno Dahl into the end zone. 60-0. What a night. The extra point is up and good for Kyle Cunanan, 61-0. Hey, Husker fans, some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Visit allstate.com. Call a local agent for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. 5 plays, 51 yards, minute 55 for the Sapp Brothers Drive Summary. Power your operation with your partner in ag, Sapp Brothers. So from 1 yard away, Mekhi Nelson.
Well, DB said it. There's no denying that TJ Lateef is very well liked by this football team. I think the entire defense sprinted down to the other end zone to greet him. But even though he didn't get in, he still was very much congratulated. And, hey, you mentioned it, too, right back to work, going over the iPad with Glenn Thomas right now. And on Kai Nelson's touchdown there, the most excited person over here on the sideline was Emmett Johnson.
The ensuing kickoff, Brandon Hills brings it back across the 35-yard line on a low-lining kick. They'll say he stepped out just shy at the 34. It's the Rob Seco Sideline Report, brought to you by Rob Seco, an independent seed company focused on simplicity, relationships, and technology.
How about this for your first home opener? You feel it?
No, I feel it. This is really special.
One of the beautiful things you coming up from Florida is we get all 4 seasons around here.
I can't wait for fall. We're already in fall. I mean, the weather here is already football-like.
Yeah, in Frankie Valley.
You don't have to wait.
4 seasons. Oh, what a night.
Ball at the 34, 1st and 10. Michael Johnson Jr. will hand it off. Marquise Williams, the third running back, runs right off tackle across the 35 and the numbers to the 37. Gain of about 3 yards.
Still cracking.
Yeah. Down on the field, take a look at some of the personnel. Maverick Noonan is on the field. You got Jordan Ochoa, Jalen George, David Huffkin, Jacob Bauer, Dawson Merritt, Caleb Benning, Jameer Khan, Justin Rhett. A lot of guys coming in and out. Larry Tarver Jr. is at that far side corner.
Quietly, a pretty good player right there, Casey.
Toss sweep left, Marquise Williams. Oof. A shoulder pad to hip hit at the 40 by Dawson Merritt on the toss sweep left. Presents a 3rd and 4 for Akron, down 61-0, 12 minutes left.
Now, this is what you want to see if you're a coaching staff. Guys still flying to the football, laying wood.
Guys still flying around. It doesn't matter what the time or score is. You want to put good things on tape to earn reps as this season continues, especially that Big Ten opener in a couple weeks, especially next week. Could expect Nebraska to be able to dig deep into their depth against Houston Christian. 1st and 10 from the 40 of Akron. Snap. Johnson pulls, runs left 45, second level across midfield. Outside the numbers, dragged down at the 41 of Nebraska. Caleb Benning drags down Johnson. They'll say his knee hit the turf at the 43 for an Akron first down. Clock continues to churn. 11-plus minutes in the 4th. 61-0. I mentioned the first time with at least 60-plus points. You have to go back to 2012. 662 total yards of offense. Can they get to 700 tonight?
Oh, boy.
1st and 10. Husker 43. Snap to Johnson. Again, pulls it, angles left outside the numbers, sweeps to the 40. Jacob Bauer runs him out of bounds. A late shove possibly could have garnered a flag from Bauer. Just kind of shoved Johnson into the bench at the 39. Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. Derek Branch also comes onto the field for the Huskers. Huskers a big 24-point second, 21-point third quarter. Both of their scoring in those two frames. Ball at the 39. Snap to Johnson off a play fake. Looks left, tucks and runs. He's swallowed up at the 40-yard line and ridden back. Maverick Noonan, amongst others, Sua Lefotu, Jordan Ochoa make the hit for a loss of a yard. Back to the 40, 3rd down and 7 for the Zips.
What we asked to see, right, all night, just the red swarm. Get hit 10 helmets to the football, play downhill, play fast. Mission accomplished so far tonight.
Ashton Murphy was in on that last play. He jogs out. Gabe Moore comes in. Gabe Moore, transfer from Mississippi State, defensive lineman. He's dealt with injury for most of fall camp, getting some extra run tonight. Ball at the Husker 40, left hash, 4 wide, trips bottom side right. Johnson out of the gun. Marquise Williams, right hip, shotgun snap through the hands of Johnson, loose ball. Who's got it? The Huskers do. Maverick Noonan hops on top of it at the 43-yard line on an errant shotgun snap. And the Huskers will take over in plus territory at the 43. That thing just whistled past the helmet of Johnson, rolling back near the 43 in a headlong plunge. It was Noonan who hopped on top of it.
I tell you, this is just unbelievable.
Pioneer is proud to partner with Iowa and Nebraska for the Pioneer Heroes game to recognize and celebrate local heroes. Nominate your hero today at huskers.com/heroes. After this play, we'll send it down to the sideline with Jessica Cootie. 61-0 Huskers. 9.5 to go from the plus 43. Latif hands off up the middle. Quentin Ives spins his way inside the 40 between the hash marks to the 39. Let's send it down to the sidelines for Rob Seiko's sideline report.
Well, you guys were talking about these young players flying around, making plays, doing what they're asked of. I got to give a shout out to the coaches. They are coaching up these young guys just as hard as they are coaching up the starters, wanting to continue to push them and make the most of these opportunities, getting them these game-like reps.
Sideline report brought to you by Rob Seiko, an independent seed company focused on simplicity, relationships, and technology. Shaman Cooper was the injured Akron Zip on the play. Well, Jess, let me ask you this. How cold is it down on the field? Because we got jackets up here. Damon, I don't think he could stand another 9 minutes of game action because he's freezing up here. Is it cold down there?
It's not at all. I think it's great. You were talking about being fall. I don't think it quite feels fall down here. Maybe it's because I'm walking around, but I do not think it's that cold.
I wanted Casey to appreciate Frankie Valley in the Four Seasons because it's been a heck of a night.
I saw them live, by the way.
Wow, small world.
Yeah, in Atlantic City.
You and Robin Harris.
9 minutes to go in the fourth, 61-0. Off-play action, design rollout right for Latif. Guns one, caught. Keelan Smith on the drag, steps out of bounds inside the 25, made the catch, steps out at the 24 for a Medica first down.
I get it. DR-15 is really, really good, but
Latif's got something.
This is the first time we've seen him in real game action. Nebraska hasn't even punted tonight.
No punts. 681 yards of total offense. And Archie Wilson, who's been an Australian sensation, has not had to do anything tonight. He won't even have to take a shower after the game.
Yeah, I don't know. He's probably still got a shower, Casey.
Split backs, plus 24, handoff. Nope, they'll dump it off on the fake, near left. Nice move from Mosey at the 10. Still stays on his feet, just spinning around like a top down to the 8. It was a fake to Booth, roll left, dumped it left to Mosey, got spun down for a Medica first down, officially at the 9. Mosey is slippery in open space.
Yeah, he really is. And a lot of it is his mentality, right? He truly thinks he carries himself like a guy that is the best thing going out there. He takes a back seat to no one.
There was a big block, too, there, DB, from Carter Nelson. He decleated somebody.
And that's what he's got to do. If he wants to continue to earn time on the field, you've got to throw your body on the line out here. It's a violent sport played by violent people.
Marcus Boswell got swept off his feet from Carter Nelson. It's the catch and run of 16 yards. 61-0 Huskers. 7:40 on a turning clock. Ball at the 9. First and goal. 3 wide right. Latif out of the gun. Connor Booth, the running back, to his right. Snap. Latif keeps. Runs right. He's in. Touchdown Huskers. Latif pulled it. Ran right. He had one touchdown taken away. Can't get that one taken away. He's in for 6. And the Huskers now have 67 on the board. First career score for number 14.
I'm just telling you, he's as likable as it gets. Goes to work, paid the price, playing behind a pro in Grahamstad. Just kept going to work every single day. And you see what they like about him, right, Casey? Just his presence, his poise, his demeanor.
8 yards on that zone read keep for a touchdown. Kyle Cunanan for the All-State extra point. Tell you one person who's been really busy tonight. It's number 91 in Scarlet and the Cream. And his All-State extra point is good. 68 points on the board. Sapp brothers, they're getting their money's worth tonight. 4 plays, 43 yards, a minute 59. I mean, that's 14 points that you could have had that were taken off the board.
And you still have yet to punt.
No punts tonight. Poor Archie Wilson.
Well, I think he'll take it, as popular as he is.
His family's here. Inside Edition is here doing a story on Archie Wilson. is a national story. John Hull will kick it off. Short end-over-end kick from right to left. And that's caught by Marquise Williams at the 15 outside the numbers 20. Stiff arms a man and run out of bounds at the 24 by Tanner Turch. So, 68 zip. Again, you continue to look at the personnel that's going to go out there.
Turch is another young guy I like. Several of them to choose from in that secondary.
Michael Booker is on the field. Kamir Prescott at one of the corners. Continue to introduce you to some of the new names. Derek Wacker at one of the linebacker spots. 1st and 10. Akron 23. Michael Johnson Jr., the backup quarterback, claps to the snap with 3 in the pattern. Looks right, guns it right, coming back to make the catch of the 30. Big hit. That was Prescott, a shoulder pad, a chest hit of Tim Greer at the 32. Gain of 9.
Really good for Prescott, a guy they've liked all fall camp, just waiting to see get reps.
I saw him get a lot of reps at that one of the backup corners early in fall camp. He play a factor as this year rolls along. 2nd and 1. Akron 32. Snap, play fake. Dump it left. Connor Kravac, the tight end, makes the catch behind the line and smothered for a loss. To the 31, loss of a yard. Jameer Khan peels himself off the bottom of the pile. 3rd and 2.
How about Nebraska just continuing to sprint and run to the football?
Again, doesn't matter time, score. What you put on tape matters.
And you will be critiqued accordingly.
Big hits. Also, Dylan Rogers, one of those 4th-string Jack players, came in on that stop. 3rd and 2.
Had a heck of a fall camp, didn't he?
At the 31, shotgun snap to Johnson. Zone read handoff up the middle. Marquise Williams is dragged down in a crowd.
He's short, Casey.
Yeah, he's short by a yard. Out to the 32. Dylan Parrott on the tackle for Nebraska. Parrott Jr. from Eldridge, Iowa. Akron still looking for their first points. They have converted just 1 third down. They're 0 of 1 on 4th. They have a 4th and 1 at their own 32.
Just 1 of 13 on the night.
Johnson out of the gun, 2 wide right, solo man left. Shotgun snap, handoff. Williams is speared right at the line to gain. Looks like he got it. Doesn't look like the Huskers were able to stop him. Maverick Noonan was in on the tackle.
Oh, I don't know.
They're going to move the chains.
All right, we'll bring him down.
Got to give him something, DB.
I don't know, man. You're a lot nicer than I am.
No, you're a nice man.
Well,
From what I know.
Give it another couple weeks.
From what I know. Five minutes to go in the fourth. 68-0 Nebraska. Trips left from the 33 of Akron. Snap handoff up the middle. That's Marquise Williams, the running back, has minimal room. Out to the 35, perhaps the 35 and a half. Gain of about 2.5 yards. Ethan Duda on the stop. So coming up, 7 a.m. start to our coverage. Houston Christian is in town. Damon Benning will bring the donuts and the coffee and the bagels and the croissants.
Yeah, kind of a conundrum, right? It's Night Ranger that's saying Sister Christian, right? But we're getting started in the morning with Houston Christian.
2nd and 8 at the 35 of Akron. Snap 4 in the pattern. Johnson. Oh, he's avalanched upon and brought down. Ashton Murphy got home, pounds his chest in celebration for a sack back to the 24.
Yeah, I may be a little biased because I've seen Ashton Murphy in my nightmares at the high school level, but I think he's a pretty good player.
Elkhorn, Nebraska product, one of the top players in the state. About an hour here from Lincoln. Pounds his chest with his first career sack. 68-0 Huskers, 3:45 to go. Ball at the 24, a third down and 19. 4 wide, trips far side left. Johnson claps for the snap and hands off for Williams. Has a lane across the 25-30, spins his way across the 35, and dragged down by Isaac Dickey. Make that actually Roger Gradney on the tackle. 4th and 5. Got it out to the 38-yard line. So clock still moves, just over 3 minutes to play. And Akron will indeed punt. Could we see another quarterback here in the final 3 minutes to get some run?
You thinking Gramstad maybe?
Thinking Gramstad. And Marcos Davila as well. I think Gramstad probably would be the option. Both are warming up, according to Jessica Cootie down on the sidelines. Now back to Braden Johnson. Low spiraling kick. Coming up is Mosey to make the catch just across the 25-yard line. Out to the 30, angles left. Spins back to his right and finally brought down at the 31. Boy, I'll tell you what.
And he still isn't down.
He is an open space monster. 36-yard punt.
I'm telling you, it starts with the 6 inches between his ears. Boy, he is a relentless competitor.
Husker football with 2:35 remaining, 68-0. Huskers lead. Let's take a look in that huddle. It is Jalen Gramstad. A 6-year product. Played at Northwestern College, NAIA ranks. Last year, one game was against UTEP. They call him Granddad.
Yeah.
He's been around quite some time.
Exceptionally bright. Knows more about me than I do. Super high football IQ.
Isaac Dickey is the running back to the left hip of Jalen Gramstad at the 31 of the Huskers. 3 wide. Motion a man right to left. Tossing on the jet sweep from right to left. Immediately smothered was DJ Singleton Jr. for a loss back to the 27. Loss of 4. CJ Murphy made the tackle. Stick with us for the 5th quarter show. Ben McLaughlin anchors our coverage. Myself, Damon Benning, Matt Coatney will help out. And he'll host Big Red Reaction. Of course, Jessica Cootie doing her work will get Coach Rule the postgame. Also, the Locker Room Show hosted by Jessica Cootie as well. So hope that you can stick with us deep into the night. That brings us to the 2-minute timeout presented by your local Nebraska Kubota dealers, proud sponsors of Husker football. Find a local dealer at NebraskaKubotaDealers.com. I'll tell you what, Keith Mann and crew, that communications group, they're going to have to look up a lot of records tonight. Ball at the 27 of the Huskers, 2nd down and 14. Jalen Gramstad runs the offense. Snap, turn left, handoff. Here's Kenneth Williams, bounces left across the 30, works his way up the numbers, dragging tacklers across the 40, out to the 42-yard line. That Rob Seco sideline report was brought to you by Rob Seco, an independent seat company focused on simplicity, relationships, and technology.
Yeah, don't let the walk-on fool you. Not your normal number 4 tailback. He's your starting kickoff returner. Coach Rule is a huge fan, and you watch him practice, he makes you uncomfortable that he's not playing.
Yeah. 15 yards off left tackle for Williams. Will stay in, single back right. 1st and 10 at the Husker 42. Final 90 seconds. 2 wide right, solo man left. Gramstad takes a snap, play action fake, throws it right, caught in the comeback. Jeremiah Jones. The stop route makes the catch shy of midfield to the 48-yard line. A man who is built like a linebacker in Jeremiah Jones. He's a specimen.
It's interesting to see Nebraska's efficiency at the quarterback spot this deep into the tool bag. It's been a long time, KC, since I've seen multiple quarterbacks operate with this kind of efficiency.
Gramstad, a veteran 6-year guy, 6 foot, 200 from Leicester, Iowa, was the NAIA Player of the Year back in 2023. Final 48 seconds, 2nd and 4, Husker 48, 3 wide, 2 out to the right of Gramstad. Snap, handoff, Connor Booth up the middle, legs his way up the hash marks to midfield. Where he's smothered there, clock continues to churn, and they should not have to run another play. Gramstad comes out, Marcos Davila comes in as the quarterback. Perhaps the 3rd and 2 will just take a knee. Dominant night, the last shutout for the Huskers back in 2009. 16 years between shutouts. 68 points, 724 yards of total offense. Career nights for Emmett Johnson, Ja'Cory Barney. Marcos Davila, will he take a snap? Right hash, he takes it. Turn left, handoff Connor Booth up the middle, and that will end the night. Gets tackled at the 46. Huskers off to 2-0. What a start to the home slate. dominant performance for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. 68-0 final score. A shutout over the Zips. They demolish Akron. First shutout for the Huskers since 2009. 68 points, over 720 yards of total offense. Career performances from Dylan Raiola, Emmett Johnson, Ja'Cory Barney. Records abound. And DB, the Huskers now move to 2-0.
Yeah, what they wanted to accomplish a lot, right? You want to see new bodies. You want to get guys on tape. You want to continue to promote competitive stamina in practice and have guys earn jobs and not rest on their laurels. And you wanted a convincing win. I'd say check, check, and check.